God, I do like that music. I really do. It's good, isn't it? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good day. I hope everybody's well. We are relatively well. It's getting damn well cold outside at the moment, but we're as snug as a bug in the rug here this evening. Just getting over having the, or one of the many grandchildren visit us for the last 2 or 3 hours. And everything's now sticky. The dog's left home. But anyway, whatever. But Dad, my stepson, my stepson, helped us get down all our Christmas deckies from the loft this afternoon. And I said to Anne, because really, do we really need to bother? We're away for until the 23rd of December, so it's hardly worth putting up deckies for Grimbo. She, who must be obeyed, however, decided that yes, we will. So we will, but without outside lights. Purely just don't have the time, quite honestly with you. But yeah, Christmas. So we have no time to buy each other Christmas presents. My wife has no idea what she wants for Christmas. I have no idea. I always say I'll have some tools. I'll have a tool. I really can't think of anything I need, to be quite frank with you, and it seems a shame just to buy it for the sake of it, Mrs. Ada bought a pair of welly boots. I'll tell you what, I live on the edge. However, I mean, they are special ones. Apparently, they are. Hang on, they're called Fit Flop or some such things. They're in that box behind me there. You see that there. Look. So she knows what she's going to get for Grimbo. A pair of posh welly boots. Now, down the local market, you buy a pair of size 10 wellies for a tenner. Those cost me something quid. A fool and his money are easily parted. Whatever. Anyway, looking forward. So we're looking forward now to our break, which comes up in the 9 days, no, 8 days. 8 days, and we're away on the old ocean wave, going down across the Bay of Biscay, which might be a bit lumpy, and then into the Western Med. Really looking forward to it. We got our very good friend Pauline, whose surname, funny enough, is Cruz. I don't know if I ever told you that. Strange, Anyway, she house sits for us, looks after the dog. Dog absolutely adores her because she gives her treats. So we don't have to worry about the house. We don't have to worry about the dog. So once we lock the front door on the 11th, we'll be picked up by our taxi driver, along with 2 friends that we're going with. And off we go down to Southampton, join the ship, and away we go. I think I might have mentioned before we've had interesting conversations with Cunard, who are Carnival, who made a decision some while ago about people taking mobility scooters on board ships, and they restricted them to now you can only have one if you're on a accessible cabin or a mini suite or some such thing like that. Apparently, it's been going for years, and the reason is because people, as is the want, have taken the mickey in the past, taking these little scooter thingies on board when they don't really need them, and they're just lazy buggers. Can I say that? Well, I just stand up there. And so Carnival have pulled their reins in. However, I personally, you may or may not know, need one for distance. I'm okay for short distances, 10 feet. So when we go ashore, it would be nice that I can then join in the rest of the cruise and wander around. But they refused us to take ours on board because we were in a standard cabin. We had a chat, put it that way, and eventually they decided to let me take it on board as a one-off offer. So we're doing that, and thank you very much, Carnival. However, we're also booked on another cruise in 2024 with them on a maiden voyage. So we'll wait to see what happens then. Other cruise lines, by the way, are quite happy to take them on board. Most peculiar. Anyway, we've had a few emails flying around, as you can imagine. So what else have we been up to this week? Well, first thing first, it's damn cold at the moment. I think we've had frost most mornings, or fog, typical British weather in the November. Fog, freezing fog, cold, miserable, very unpleasant. Gets dark at about 4 o'clock, and it gets light again about 8:30. So we're all living like mushrooms at the moment, kept in the dark and fed on poo. I'll be careful what I said then, didn't I? As far as work's concerned, out there in the workshops, everything's come to a dead halt. And the reason is I've been doing this MS181 chainsaw, waiting for bits. And it's only silly things. I needed a T27 socket, which I don't have. I got a 25, I got a 30, but I haven't got a 27. And it's a socket to go on my wrench so that I can torque them down to the correct thing. Me being a quality engineer, it can't be 25 or 30. It's got to be 27. Talk about OCD. I ordered this damn socket now. I'm just trying to think actually. Probably must be 8 days ago, 10 days ago. Supposed to arrive between yesterday and tomorrow. Well, we don't get parcel service on a Sunday, so, and it hasn't arrived today or yesterday. Along with other few bits and pieces I've ordered for different jobs. Bit disappointed, to be frank with you, because I really want to go out there and get on with it and do the job, and then I can then concentrate on a couple of other things. One of which is my trying to fit a water trap onto my air compressor. And I spoke to Martin Butler a couple of days ago and asked for some advice, because he does spraying and stuff. And he's given me some very sound advice. So maybe I'll try and get a video of that, actually. Who knows if I remember to turn the camera on. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So anyway, we've got 36 people in the queue watching us. This silly oaf having a yap. I do have, oh dear, another mystery object this week. It didn't go particularly well last week, to be fair. I mean, I thought I'd done quite well, but I had two separate pictures. One of the close-up that people could try and guess, which nobody got, by the way. And then the other one of the full picture. It was of the same object, but not same picture, so they've been moaned. I don't really care. I really don't. However, this week I have got the same picture, or the two pictures of the same object, so I can't get into trouble. By the way, you like new glasses? Just new glasses just arrived. Quite pleased with them. I can actually see now, whereas before I was sort of looking into a murky depth. So in the garage, very, very little was happening. Mrs. H has finally finished her last shift. Was last Friday, so yesterday, Friday, was her first day as a retiree. And I remember sort of giving her a nudge about 8 o'clock in the morning and said, come on, you're going to be late for work. And I was met with a tirade. Never mind. So she's got used to it now, keeping her busy with the Christmas deckies, which she's doing at the moment out there somewhere. She thinks I'm going to give her a hammer to Christmas tree, which we paid, by the way, £19.99, and I think that was 10 years ago. So our Christmas tree, one of these plastic thingies, whatever, cost us £1.99 a year. And every year, all the bits and pieces start falling off it. We'd have a big pile of these green bits, but we still use it. Become a family heirloom, really. Anyway, there we go. What a lot of nonsense, as always. Let's have a look, see on the comments. I see lots and lots of people making comments, and let me go right up to the very front. And as always, I tried to catch everybody, and I'm looking forward to speaking to everybody tonight. By the way, I mean, as I put on the intro, it's cold outside. Come on in the warm and have a yap. Although I think compared to some places like Canada, it's positively balmy at freezing point here. Anyway, there we go. Let's have a look. So where are we? Henry Moasky, Big Dog Repairman. How are you, mate? I hope you're well. I see you in the house, and we get you up here as soon as we possibly can. Eddie's there. Big Dog Repair is saying hello. Eddie is saying hello. Barry Walt saying good evening. and hello to everybody else. Guy's playing with his toes. I'm going to go straight on and not say nothing at all. And DJ George Bond. Good evening, DJ. No, good to see you, my friend. Eddie says he prefers Big John as a nickname his wife gave him. Oh, there we are. Something you learn every day. Everybody's saying hello to everybody else. As I said, there's 38 people watching this silly OFO. Apparently, a couple of girls at work asked me, I work in a doctor's surgery, 3 afternoons a week, answering the phones, making appointments, and generally being abused and used by the great unwashed. It's amazing how rude people can be on the telephone. I'll tell you, you would not believe it. Whatever. Right, let's go on down through. So Guy is still playing with his toes, bless him. Gary saying hello to everybody else. DNR Small Adventures. Hi, mate. How are you? Good to see you, my friend, as always. Richard's Mowers and Richards. Hey, Richard. Good to see you, my friend. Funny enough, I looked at one of your videos only this afternoon. Trying to think what it was. It was what on earth was it you were doing? Oh, doing a switch. Beg your pardon. Switch on a car. Having to take all the front paneling, all the rest of it off. I know when they build cars nowadays, they're all made in blocks. So they got to get her easy. But you try taking the damn things apart. There's no doubt you found out. Richard's Mower saying hello. John Clem. Hiya, John. Hope you're well, my friend. Big John. Work our way down slowly, as always. Tommy Tom. Hi, Tommy. Let's fix some things. Yeah, Tommy. Welcome. Come on up. We always love to see you. Bruce's shop. Good evening, Bruce. I think you're fairly cold where you are at the moment. Did I see something about -30 something? Whatever. It's not even worth thinking about. I think deep freezers don't go that cold, do they? Bruce's shop. Hello, Bruce. Good to see you, my friend, as always. John Clem saying hello to everybody else. Vintage engine repairs. Now, I wonder who that might be, Tom. You should be in bed, my boy, this time of night. Burning the midnight oil. Yeah, I'm sure. I have been watching some of your videos, mate. Very interesting. Thank you. Tom, Phil. Yeah. Mac 210. Good evening, Mac. Hope you're well, my friend. If I miss you, but please give me a shout out. I don't mind at all. Ken Small Engine. Good evening, Ken. I watched you do that replacement head this afternoon. That was interesting. It started first pull, didn't it? Did it? I'm sure it did. Because you had the missing valve cap thingy that you managed to find in the box. Anyway, moving on. Al McLean. Good evening, Al. Hope you're very, very well, my friend. Mac 10. Good evening, Mac. Hoss Dunn. Hello, everyone in the chat. Hello, Hoss. Good to see you, my friend. Moving down. I was trying to make sure I don't miss anybody. Beg your pardon. Where are we? Yeah, everybody's saying hello to everybody else. I think Guy's playing with his toes on. Visit. I think he goes down to somewhere warm. Once a month, he's saying there. Whatever, we'll no doubt hear about it and see about it. I do hope so anyway. Although I might be away. I'm working my way down. I'm halfway through. Adam Elliott. By the way, guys, got the capacitor for that generator. Thanks for all the advice. Well done, Adam. Great. Well, I'm glad somebody, whoever it was, helped you. Hopefully it was on here. If not, well, whatever. Randy Toboli. Hello, Randy. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Bruce's shop. We'll be right back. Have to go downstairs to get the Christmas decks fixed. I know, mate. It's a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. Adam Elliott saying, hope we're all well. Yes, we are. I hope so. Everybody's well anyway. Michael Roberts. Hello, Michael. Where are you going, Top Conker? I'm here, boy. I am here, my friend. We're going to the Western Med. We're going on the Queen Victoria, which is the smallest of the 3 Cunard ships. We're away for, I think it's 10 days. We go away on the 11th, come back on the 23rd. Is that 10 days? Whatever. Looking forward to it anyway. Dick Small Engine saying hello to everybody else. Joe Manders, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. I'm still only halfway down with Grandpa Kevin. Hello, Kevin. We haven't seen you for a while, my friend. I hope you're well. Yeah, I do hope you're very well, my friend. John Rhodes. Good evening, John. Everybody's saying hello to everybody else. I'm trying to make sure I've not missed anybody. In the meantime, let's put the invite out and see who'd like to come along and have a yap in this cold old winter now, the winter's night. Let's post that a minute. There we go. There goes the link. So look forward to seeing you all. Where are we going? Going back, Kevin saying hello to everybody else. Tommy Hanlon, good evening, Conker, and hello to everybody else. Good to see you, Tommy. Hope you're well. John Clem's there. Eddie. Stigo be not saying hello. Hi, Eddie. I hope you're well. I see the sellers filling up. They'll act like adults anyway. Well, thank God for that. It's what keeps you young, isn't it? What's the alternative? Getting old and miserable. Yeah. I'm getting way down there. Grass cutter. Powerman, hello, Tim. Hope you're well, my friend. And Adam is saying the Ken Small engine for the advice on the capacitor. So obviously it was Ken that gave Adam the good advice as always. Mark saying hello to everybody else and to us. Jason Hughes, I think we're nerdy there. Jason Hughes, yep. Grass cut power, yep. There we go. El McLean, waiting for bits for the Husqvarna. I know, mate. It's a damn nuisance. You wait for the postman to turn up. You want to get on and do the job. And a mystery object. Well, I hope I've got a bit better this time. We'll see anyway. No doubt everybody will be let me know what they think. By the way, I've not spoken to Mick this week for no other reason, just didn't have a chance, quite honestly. But yeah, hopefully he will be here this evening. I'm sure he will be. AJP's workshop. Hi, mate. How you doing, Ash? I think it's just jumped again. Moving on down through, we're getting pretty close. There we go. Ronnie Barker. How you doing, Ronnie? Good to see you, my friend. And I think Stella's in the house as well. Where are we? I think I missed Stella, but if you are, my lovely, no doubt we'll find you. If you are, welcome. Bit of glamour. We need a bit of glamour here. Rick Smurr saying hello to Henry. And we're there. We're at the bottom. I think, yeah, just about. Yeah, give us a shout if I missed you. So there we go. I'm worn out. Let's have a look. See. So who's in the cellar? Let's have a look and see who's there. Bill, good evening, Bill. Good to see you.
Good evening. You know, I always question my channel name, but just the fact that it makes you smile every time means I got it right the first time.
Yeah, don't ever change it, mate. Don't ever.
I never will. I just can't.
It amuses me. Perhaps it's my childish humor, but I don't care.
Hey, if it hits that button needs hit.
That's what it's all about, mate. Henry, good evening. How are you, my friend?
Good evening. Hello,
How are
everyone. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm really, really good. Thank you. It's good to see everybody again.
Yeah.
Bruce, you're my friend, and Ken. Ken's gone to sleep probably.
Yeah.
So I've got to ask the question: what's the weather like where you are? Because here it's cold, dank, and miserable. It really is here.
Same over here, Phil.
What sort of temperatures you get there, Henry?
Well, today was in the 50s, but it's raw and wet and rainy and windy.
Yep. Sounds like my bedroom.
The weather here is exactly the same as it is at Bruce's house in August.
That's just rubbing it in, Bill, isn't it? I bet, what are you about the Balmy 80s or something, aren't you?
Well, it's yesterday. Yesterday, you know, I almost had to put my shirt back on when the sun went down.
I see you got a plaid shirt on now.
But yeah, I put long sleeves on because the temperature went below 60. It's actually 58 right now outside.
Oh, dear. Do you have any idea how much we hate you at the moment?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but remember, in the middle of summer, I'm in 118 degree weather.
Oh, my Lord. Yeah.
The payback for this is rough.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think, Bruce, you're really cold at yours end at the moment as well, aren't you?
Well, we just had the week from hell. We're now warmed up to minus 18 C, which is about minus 8 Fahrenheit.
I cannot believe that temperature. That's
Warmed up to that. Warmed up to that.
because the freezers run at minus 18, minus
Yeah,
20.
it's colder than a freezer. So
Good
that I've always
God.
wondered, like Canadians should have two freezers, one outside, and then they run out there in November and just put the meat outside in the freezer
Yeah.
God, dear.
and don't plug it in.
We I know I
Wouldn't be
worked
able to
for
use
the-
it until April.
I worked for the Ministry of Ag many years ago. We had a thing called the you guys in the States and Canada wouldn't know about, but we had a thing called the Beef Mountain, where the European Commission bought up best quality beef to keep the price artificially high, and it was kept in cold storage and sold off. And one of the jobs I had at that time was to go in to inspect the beef in these huge cold rooms. They were minus 23, and we had to check. We used to go in there with all the gear on, and the first thing you learned was don't take a pen because pens don't write
No.
at that temperature. You need a pencil. And the other
Hey,
thing was,
Bruce. Bruce is probably
Yes.
thinking, yeah, it's temperature in my bathroom this morning.
oh dear. And the other thing you learn was you just hope that nobody shuts the door behind you and turns the light out because it's just total darkness, you know.
Well, and you'd be dead in a half an hour if you weren't dressed up.
Yeah, even with all the full gear on, you know. But there was these big pull cords everywhere, the emergency pull cords, you know. But of course, you'd never find them in the dark because it's completely pitch black. But, anyway, it was a long time ago.
But you know, up until I started going to Mexico every winter, you just get used to it, right? And now I'm totally wussed out now. like it's been a month of this and I'm done.
I see it. Well, Ken said he's got minus 18 himself. Is that right, Ken?
No. I'm saying it's minus 0.4 Fahrenheit.
Well, that's
I mean,
cool.
That's ridiculous.
That's about minus 15 Celsius.
Yeah, that's approximately cold Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their calculators up now.
Yeah, everybody's
Yeah.
working all out now. Plus 32
yeah,
minus
mine's
9
just
divided by 12.
I just multiply by 2 and add 30 to get back to Fahrenheit. So
Yeah.
18 minus 36 plus 30 is minus 6.
Yeah.
Approximately. Okay, now the nerds are going to kill me because it's F minus 32 brackets times 3.
Yeah.
You say,
I'm
I
on
was a math
12.
major, right?
Add on 12, think of another figure.
know.
And double it. There you go.
Who's driving?
Yeah, whose hood do we have?
Mr.
It's got to
B.
be Mr. Briggs.
Excuse me, I beg your pardon.
He's in the wrong lane.
He is, isn't he?
I'm not in the wrong lane.
He's in the turn lane, but he's not
Now,
turning.
now you've upset him now.
It's
Hey,
because the
did you
turn
get
lane
that
is long.
lawnmower? Did you get that lawnmower made?
Oh, the propane
When I get
lawnmower.
home, when I get a day off, yes. I just got done working.
You should retire like the rest of us.
Absolutely. I can
think I'm
recommend
right.
it.
Oh, no, Ken's not retired.
Not yet.
Just about retired
The
yesterday,
day I,
everybody.
the day I retire, I'll put a bullet in my head. I'm not going to retire.
I volunteer.
I got a good
Volunteer
supply
to
down here.
try.
I got 30-06s, 30-30s, 270s, 22s, and shotgun shells. If you need anything, I got it.
Klaus, good evening, my friend.
Hey, Klaus.
Hi, Frozen. Oh, you look frozen there for a minute.
I'm not retired either.
Oh, okay. So,
I can't retire. And Bill, you better have a big cannon before you can outgun a crazy killer. That's all I'll
That's what she
say.
said.
Phil,
what she
I
said, yeah.
apologize. I apologize for being late. I had a social obligation and I just made it home. And
You've
Yeah.
had a
it's always
busy
good
week,
to see
Klaus.
Klaus, no matter what.
I got a busy December. My calendar for Saturday, Fridays, Saturday, and Sundays is filled. So if anybody comes out, can you do this on Saturday? No. But can you check your calendar? I don't need to. It's full.
Well, you're always
Yeah.
welcome anytime, mate. You know that.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
So
Phil.
what's the weather
Well, you
like
got family
in
obligations.
your part of the world? Because we're looking here these minus 13s and 18s and God only knows what.
Yeah, it's about as probably as crappy as your weather, Phil. It's we haven't seen the sun for about 8-9 days now, and a little drizzle, a little sleet, a little hovering around freezing, which
That's
is just
actually harder on me than minus 18. Like it's
Yeah.
minus 18 and sunny right now. I can do that. You know, it's
yeah,
almost
exactly.
It's cheerful if you look out the window.
I mean, if everything is covered in white and there's a little sunshine, you get tons of light hours, you know, and it does
Wait.
something to your brain. Here, it's all mushy and gray, which
Yeah,
is
exactly what we
yeah,
got. So,
and yeah, exactly, Bruce. I mean, that is not a bad thing. It really isn't. The only thing that's a hassle is to wash your car, but hey,
So it is pretty
it is pretty. Yes.
if you don't go outside.
We have very few days like that here. It's yeah, they use, and I mean, Danes usually say we have two seasons, spring and fall.
yeah,
We don't
We
have
have-
a
we have-
real winter and we don't have a real summer, but we got something in between.
We
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Those are the best
we
seasons.
had a good summer, but of course you end up then paying for it. You know,
the
everybody's
problem,
thinking about no water and stuff.
yeah, I mean, you're down Southampton way, Phil, and it's a little more like sort of mid France type of weather, which is nice. You can plan a picnic. Here you can plan a picnic, but you don't know what the weather's going to be
No,
like.
no, we're exactly the same, mate.
Okay, okay, yeah. Our weather is similar to say Manchester.
Right. Well, they always
it-
say they call it rainy Manchester. So
I thought it just rained everywhere.
Yeah. And
Oh.
and it's a little bit like that here. I mean,
Yeah.
yes, we have good weather. The problem is you don't quite know when it's going to be here, so you can't plan. And that's we go to Italy every summer. Has been doing it for 16, 17 years or so. And the only reason we go and make the effort is we can trust the weather. We know it's going to be sunny and warm.
sure, yeah.
Tell me about this rain thing. I've heard about that, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, but one day your flight, Bill, will take you to somewhere where it actually rains. And
When you guys get rain, though, Bill, isn't it like you get a foot at a time and the storm has a female name?
Yes, normally it's when it rains here, it usually rains rocks and trucks and things like that. You know.
Cow.
Yeah, I actually was watching the rain on the news one day, and they said, "Okay, the weather's getting really rough over here in some city south of Dallas in Fair Park." And then on the news camera, I saw a semi fall out of the sky, and they said, "Yeah, that might be a tornado." And it's like, what else could it be? You
Yeah.
know?
Sure.
Hey, there was 2 tornadoes and 2 people killed 10 miles or 12 miles from Big John's.
Yeah.
Last week, he said he couldn't sleep all night. He was hearing the storms and the sirens. And
But John made a video.
I
Red
missed,
Letter Day. John made a video.
I missed that.
He did.
I-
I know. It
yeah,
confused me when I saw the notification come up.
but it was about
video.
lightning. Lightning.
Oh, I'll have to go check that out. I don't normally.
Kenny, I got to ask Kenny, my friend, how are you? You're so quiet.
Maybe I'm not subscribed.
It's been a herring couple of days.
Yeah. He got bled out.
Why?
Well,
They
they
took
went.
a whole. They took a whole armhole. Did
They
they?
took a half a liter out of his arm and fucked up and took out. Sorry, Phil,
Ah.
and screwed up and took out another half.
Mm.
Yeah.
You're supposed to take
And
out
I-
500 milliliter. They took out 700 by mistake.
Oh, geez.
So my blood pressure went down to 60/40, and it was like out.
Wow.
There's not enough apple juice to compensate for that.
Yeah.
You know,
So do they put
And-
some back, or do they just take care of you until you're better?
Well,
don't put
they fed me because I hadn't eaten all day. I usually go, for the blood work, you don't want to eat fast, sort of, for the blood work.
Yeah.
So I hadn't eaten in like 12, 14 hours. And then, oh no, I ate like a pig afterwards because they're trying to get my blood up. They're checking my sugar. She's like this, you up, you awake. I'm like, "Stop hitting me."
yeah.
How long did it take to get the blood to sort of
About an hour
rebuild
and a
again?
half. About an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the
Only,
pressure.
only an hour and a half to make it blood again.
Yeah,
Blood
they,
generates
well, no,
fat.
they gave
As long as you're stocked up on fluids.
They put some back in.
Yeah, they put a pint of saline back in, and then
Yeah.
fed me. Oh, I had a tuna fish sandwich. I had clam chowder, a chocolate muffin. And, oh yeah, it was
Chowder.
Chowder.
Just a normal day then, Ken.
I was there from 7:30 in the morning till 2.
They
Wow,
gave you
that's
"please
cool.
don't sue us" amount of
Well,
food.
that's basically I was getting the looks that and they're great kids. They're actually the age of my kids. And what it was, the two of them that I always go toward Josh and Caitlin. I've known them now for 4 years. I've been doing it 4 years. Every like 4 to 6 weeks, I give blood. So what happened is, they're looking at me and they're trying to take care of me. And then this other girl, Lori, a brand new nurse, was there and they're trying to train her. So what happened was it took 2 hours for the blood work to get tested because the machine, something was wrong with the machine. So they by the time they got the blood work back and the doctor said, yeah, take a pint or whatever, the IV like froze up sort of, so it wasn't draining as good. So only a couple 100 milliliter went in the bag. So they're trying to get it to flow and this, that, and the other thing. So finally I said to Josh, just stick me again. Give me another needle. Let's stop farting around, okay? Because it hurts more when they're going like this with the damn needle.
Of course.
Yeah.
So just give me another needle. So he did.
Yeah.
It's flowing like crazy, but they forgot. They thought Lori was checking on me. Lori thought Caitlin was checking on me. Caitlin thought Josh was checking on me. And before you know it, the bag's full. And they weren't supposed to fill the bag.
Sure.
But I mean, when I give blood, it's the bag goes onto a scale. It weighs it. So whenever it comes up to the equivalent of half a liter, which is 500 mils, right? It beeps.
Oh, see this? They just throw the bag on the ground, and when the thing lines up, they look at it. It's lined up. They're done.
Okay, yeah.
But there's 2 types of bags when you give blood. There's vacuum bags and there's regular gravity bags.
Yeah.
The vacuum bags literally are filled under vacuum, whereby they'll suck the blood right out of you, where the gravity acts with your body pressure.
You're not selling it, Ken. I'm sorry, mate. You're not selling it.
Yeah.
No, but you know what? It's actually
Reminds me of my first wife.
Reminds me of your first wife. Sorry.
Sorry,
No,
Ken,
but
I saw your-
the funny
You set that
thing
one
is
up for me,
they're
Bruce.
giving blood. I've been doing it for 10 years, and it's never done anything to me. I drink my pint of apple juice and have
Klaus, if they took out 1.5 pints, you'd feel it.
no, don't get me wrong. But they never took more than half a liter.
Yeah. Well, this is only because the first bag did not fill. They had to change bags.
Yeah.
So.
But I then switch over because I get a pill for a prostate thing, and apparently when you're a blood donor, that doesn't like that. So now I can only give blood plasma.
Oh, that's why. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
So they spin you around until all the plasma goes into your feet.
Exactly. You're all dizzy. No, but it takes about 45 minutes for the process because they take blood out of you, then they take the plasma out of the blood and they pump the blood, whatever's left, back into.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I felt that. I mean, I feel that.
You do, absolutely.
Yeah. There's
I'm not on a
the first time
yet, and I'm 66.
I was really tired afterwards.
Yeah.
Like drained. And I mean, they give you everything. If you want a burger, you can have a burger. If you want snacks, you can have snacks. You want chocolate, you can have chocolate.
Yeah. Well, they were ready to give me whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they took blood until you could see the light at the end of the tunnel.
In the States, people litigate for everything. So.
Yeah, I've never passed out because of it, and it was weird because I knew they took too much. I said, but I'm a big guy. I'm 250, 260. I'm a big guy. So anyway, I stand up, and Lori goes, "How you feeling?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a little." And then all of a sudden, my vision just blurred, and it's like someone shut the lights out. I could just see it. My eyes closing, and I fell back into the chair, and all I hear is "Holy shit!" So,
yeah, I'm not so good.
You give blood regularly. Is that because your blood is rare or it's common?
No. I have a condition where there's a protein in your blood called ferritin. It's an iron protein, and when you have too much iron in your blood, you have to get rid of it, and the only way to get rid of it is to drain your blood. Okay. So when a normal person would have anywhere from 12 something per milliliter, 12 to 200 of these units, I had 900 about 4 years ago. So that meant my blood was the equivalent of like molasses compared to like water, and you get headaches.
Genetic molasses.
Yeah, you get tired easy, things like that. So I've been giving every 4 to 6 to 8 weeks for the past 4 years. Like
No.
Gets
Can
an
they
he
use
gets-
that for anything, Ken, or do they have to discard it?
they could probably do it for research, but ferritin,
Oh.
very high ferritin, will hurt the average
Well,
person.
you think like close opposite of close. You think they could spin it and
You
then
can't,
take the,
you can't
take
give
the
it to an
plasma.
anemic person. It doesn't work that way. No.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I know a bit about ferritin purely because most people I'm aware of, obviously work in the doctor's surgery, have got low ferritin levels.
Yeah, most people are anemic. They have low
Yeah,
ferritin.
they have to have B12 injections
Exactly,
to replace
especially
the
women.
iron.
Yeah, especially women.
The face looks like a pail. No,
Well,
they are pale.
with me, Conk, I think it's because hereditary. My
You get it.
father,
You'll get it.
everybody in my family has like a fatty liver. It's like hereditary in my family,
Right.
and that causes high ferritin.
Okay.
Yeah, don't go to the doctor. You find out too much crap.
Oh,
Yeah, they never give you any good news.
Every time I go to the doctor for the last 3 years, I'm almost arm wrestling with him on whether to start on cholesterol medicine.
oh
or
yeah,
not.
absolutely.
He says yes. I go no. He goes.
You're getting
"No."
closer all the
I go,
time there.
"No."
You're getting closer, buddy.
Yeah, you know what's funny
I
though?
am.
We're
I am. Oh, I
borderline-
know.
we're
I know. I
borderline
know.
everything.
Yeah.
You know, I love that. You walk in, you're borderline diabetic, you're borderline this, you're borderline this. We'll change the border. All right.
Yeah. Exactly.
I take a.
You know,
I
it
take
reminds
a
me of a
cholesterol pill.
reminds me of
Yeah.
a really funny
Yeah.
joke about doctors
And
telling
you know
what
what,
to eat.
Bruce? I'll end up doing it too. And it's that simple. It's just a question of
There's
when
good
I
ones.
break.
There's good ones and there's bad ones, and apparently I take a good one. A friend of mine is a nurse, and she said, "You're okay. You're taking the right one."
Okay.
That's all that matters.
What do you mean, good one, bad one?
It's called rosuvastatin, and she said that's a good one. It doesn't hurt your liver or something.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah.
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 I
yeah,
see,
yeah.
Adam. Yeah, the crankshaft is all put back together into the engine.
Yeah, change the
I'm
subject.
I'm just waiting now, and I know I'm sounding a bit OCT, but I'm waiting for the 27 socket to fit onto my torque wrench.
Conk,
So I
is
can
that with the
torque it down
JB
properly.
Weld or the other one?
I used the JB Weld, yeah.
Okay.
I did it twice, and then I was going to put it in the lathe and didn't need to come the end. It was relatively straightforward.
Yeah.
With a bit of the old wet and dry, and it came up okay. Once I got everything back together, I've got videos of it coming up with the new fitting the new bearings, and then
Nice.
offering everything up to the oil seals with
Hey,
that
Conk,
special tool that I
zoom in.
let.
I have a public service announcement.
Go on.
Go ahead, zoom in.
Right, hang on a second.
All right, those in the U.S. who want these shirts, there is now a Mix Mowers USA spreadshirt site. So,
So how much did you just make?
no. But in the UK with the UK tax and VAT, it would have been $67 US. Here it was like $33. So half price by having a US based spreadshirt. If you go to the UK, you're paying the value added and all the tax. It's ridiculous.
Geez, I wonder if they would ship it over the 49th.
You know, yours, if you go to the USA one, Bruce, it's USA, Canada, and Australia goes from the
They
USA.
usually exclude us.
There'll be hobby motor t-shirts available soon.
Put the link in the chat, Ken.
Yeah, I'm going to throw it in there. Hold on.
Hank,
Yes.
you were asking why I changed the carburetor on that engine I was doing.
Yeah, instead of rebuilding it.
Yeah, it's an old it's a Walbro one.
Yeah.
And that means that if you ask brakes, the replacement is one of their OEM Chinese ones.
OEM Chinese, that's an oxymoron.
Yeah, it is. I know. But it does say bricks on it, and then it says Rook Singh or something on it. Doesn't matter. The fuel solenoid for the Walbro actually costs more than the recommended replacement carburetor.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
But you don't
so-
need the fuel solenoid. You could have.
Well, you know me, Hank. I do.
Now the
it was-
fuel
it was-
solenoid did work depressing it coming in. It didn't spring back, right?
It did. But when I powered it up, it retracted. But then after like I don't know if you saw it, but after a few seconds,
Yeah.
it popped back out.
Okay.
So there was something wrong with it. And
The only thing that could be wrong with that, Klaus, is that there's something in between that little shaft and the outer part of the shaft.
probably I tested it off camera like 5 or 6 times.
Just
couldn't get-
clean it,
I couldn't-
clean it.
Yeah, but I did. I mean, with carb clean, and I did, and it worked fine. I mean, it when you felt it, that there was no resistance. It just went back and forth,
Yeah.
back and forth. You could feel the spring working, but when you powered it up, it retracted, and then when you let the power on it for like 3 or 4 seconds,
Okay.
Weird.
so in all circumstances, I would have to get another solenoid.
So it
but
was almost
then
like it was
solenoid-
magnetizing when it was being operated.
There's the link.
Yeah.
everybody. There's the link.
If I was going to buy a new solenoid, it would cost more than a
I'll copy it.
new Chinese brakes carburetor. So I simply opted for an aftermarket one,
Okay.
and that was the reason.
Yeah.
The carburetor, because the carburetor wasn't in great shape. That there was pitting in the bowl, and you know, if the solenoid had worked, I would have put it back together because I cleaned it out and all that. But I didn't want to go out and buy a new solenoid costing more than a new carburetor for a carburetor that has heavy pitting in the bowl. That didn't make any sense to me. So I simply stored. I put the old carburetor in storage. I'll use that for parts at some point. If I find a new bowl or somebody with a good bowl and a good solenoid, I can put it in.
Definitely. Yeah, because
But
that
that's
carburetor
the
could be rebuilt 100 times and no
Yeah.
problem, you know.
I mean, those are the best Briggs carburetors, the Walbro ones.
Yeah.
But I don't know about Briggs and Walbro. I don't know if they sort of fell out or something.
Maybe they started.
Yeah, sorry, Bruce.
Maybe they started fighting.
You know what? It almost feels like it because every Walbro part through Briggs costs like 3 times more than when you buy it from Walbro.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's I use an aftermarket one.
Briggs is kind of shy on cash, so maybe they're doing everything they can to make a few bucks.
Most likely, yeah.
I mean, I use a grip blaster to clean out the bowls. If they're in
I do
good
too.
condition.
But it gets to a point, Phil, where the rust and the corrosion has taken so much out of the bowl surface that it becomes permanently pitted. And
Yeah.
Sure.
I put it. Yeah,
I
sorry.
got a question. Do they do spray some kind of coating on the inside of the bowl? What
I think
that
it's
coating?
I think it's an electro zinc coating thing. It's like the Hondas. If you if you use steel wool on them or any abrasive,
Right.
you'll remove the coating. No, don't get me wrong, Bruce, because I use steel wool too if it's bad. But if you remove the coating, it'll just rust
Right.
sooner or faster after
I was
that.
wondering if they have something aftermarket you could spray in there that, you know,
No,
will
No.
no, it's electroplated zinc chromate.
It's electroplated. It's like like a bolt.
You might be able
You
to
could-
set up a
you
little
could-
battery with some
Yeah,
oxide in it with the water.
you could.
Is that what
Yeah,
you're
you
thinking?
could.
Hank?
Yeah.
You
Interesting
could,
if somebody could do a test or a home electroplating video because it's relatively straightforward.
Yeah.
You know, with
I mean,
12 volts
in-
and nothing another.
In theory, you could blue it if you wanted to.
I mean,
You know,
technically,
heat it
if I
up and dunk it in oil.
If I wanted to go nuts, I would just use like cream. You know, the stuff you use for motorcycle gas tanks.
yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever with cream coating.
Yeah, I'd be afraid of that getting into the engine.
Nah, cream's
Yeah.
rock hard. It's pretty good.
Well, JB Well would do the job, surely.
Yeah, yeah. The fuel resistant.
Good old JB Weld. We all love it and love it.
Yeah. I was just wondering if there was like a spray and adhesive, you know, that you could spray
Yeah,
on.
none that I know of. No.
There are
What's
ten-
what what
on a mission to go out and find something.
what's Mick doing today? Is he at work or?
I've
Yeah,
no idea, Klaus. I've not had a chance to speak to Mick this week. It's just pure, you know, for whatever reason.
I
Um,
texted him earlier today saying, "Where the hell you been?" He goes, "No, everything's good." So everything's good.
I'm sure he's fine. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Probably a bit like me, fed up with this weather. I'll tell you.
I know
You
he
go
was
out to
doing a bunch of
workshop.
shopping with Riley this morning.
Sorry.
He was doing a bunch of shopping with Riley.
Oh, yeah. So he's probably like me. I was going to say, you go out there in the shop for about 20 minutes, you think, you know, this is not comfortable. I'm not enjoying this. I'm going back in the wall.
I mean, last year I had one of those heat pump things in my shop, and last year I just left it on 16 degrees C. You know, just let it run. This year, not so much, because it's expensive with the electricity prices. So when I get out of the shop these days, it is eerie cold. It really is. It's damp and it's.
Yeah, it's
And
the
then
damp
I
that
turn the
gets to you.
heat. Huh?
It's the damp that gets to you.
Yeah, it
Me
is.
too.
Yeah.
You know,
I've got a little oil-filled electric heater, you know, with oil-filled ones.
Mm.
And I often will put that by the side of me on the workbench because it does throw out a lot of heat. But
Yeah.
I just, you know, nowadays you got to be careful. It costs fortune to run these things.
well,
You know.
we
You
have
got-
pretty cheap. We have pretty cheap. I'm going to interrupt. We have pretty cheap utilities here in Canada, but even for me now, I'm when it's minus 25. I'm not going out and turning up the heat.
No.
I haven't been out there for 4 days.
Klaus,
You're
get yourself one of these.
I know. And the funny thing is, there was a Danish live stream last night, and one of the guys that is usually there, he wasn't there yesterday. We did a collection thing because he's really cold in his shop, and he only has like a regular electric heater for the shop, and everybody pitched in, and I'm gonna get one as soon as the money comes in. I'm gonna buy one of those for him.
I must say, I keep black heaters in the workshop all the time.
Yeah.
I run 2 black heaters. It just keeps the frost off and nothing else, you know.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
those
you know,
the one Hank was showing was like the one what's his name, Martin Butler did a review on, and I mean they don't use much oil. If it goes full tilt max setting and it's a 5 kilowatt one, it uses about 0.3 of a liter per hour of diesel.
it's diesel, isn't it?
$50 an hour.
Yeah. Is there a smell to it though? I mean, because diesel.
No, because it has an air intake, and then it has an exhaust that you have to sort of lead outside wherever you are.
Yeah.
Right.
So the heat that comes in is pure hot air. There's no exhaust mixed in with it. It's not like a torpedo heater or one of those diesel oil fired heaters. It's not like that. The exhaust goes to the outside. It even have a muffler.
Yeah.
Right. Those torpedo ones you can use in garages years ago.
Ones, they're expensive.
They are, and they stink up the place, and they create a lot of moisture in the air.
They're noisy. Yeah, and they have a lot of moisture. They cause rust on your stuff.
Yeah, they do. But this one, it takes air in from wherever it is, and then the exhaust from the combustion is supposed to be let outside, like an exhaust system type of thing.
Yeah, I think the ones with a generator are 8 kilowatt.
Yeah, an 8 kilowatt one is I mean, and these things are cheap. I mean, we're talking $120, $150.
Yeah.
They're cheap. And you know what? You can maintain them and clean them out and the combustion chamber, blah blah blah. But I mean, $150 if it lasts you 2 or 3 years, what's not to like?
That's
you know,
right.
Get another one. And it's
they're about 125, 130 pounds over here. I've seen them.
How much?
About 130 pounds.
Yeah. And you know what? That's for a heater. That's fairly inexpensive.
They only run on diesel, don't they?
Diesel or heating oil or kerosene.
What's the BTU value on that? Do you know?
9 kilowatts. I don't know the BTU conversion, but
Right.
8 or 9 kilowatts,
Okay.
or you can get a
Let's
5
find out
one.
right now.
It will, yeah. We don't do much in BTUs. They tend to supply the information in kilowatts.
Yeah.
So
Nothing
if you,
says
I think
BTU.
it's 5 or 8 kilowatts. They come in two versions, 5 or 8 kilowatts.
You know, I just put a new central air unit downstairs in my house by
Hmm.
myself, and it worked.
Okay.
No
surprised
way!
me. It surprised
Hey!
me when it worked.
29,000 BTU, Bruce.
Yeah, I just read that. Yep. So that's
How
a
much?
third of the size of mine, but I'm heating a 650 square foot building.
A 2.5 ton. Yeah.
How much was it?
30,000
Yeah.
BTU.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So about 2.5 ton.
Yeah, you should be able to make toast with that.
Yeah, if you're in a
No,
shed
but
or
I mean,
something like
if
that,
you,
it'd be
I
fine.
mean,
But
it may deliver a little less, but then it just runs a little longer. But
well, it wouldn't work
the
for
fuel,
me
I
because
saw
we go
I
to
saw
minus.
YouTube.
No,
I saw a
wouldn't work
guy
for
on
me.
YouTube running it at full tilt, a 5 kilowatt one, at full tilt for a full hour, and it uses 0.3 of a liter of diesel,
Right.
which is pretty inexpensive.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Of
You
course, the
guys
other
know.
thing is
You
it
guys
is
know it wouldn't
overkill
work for
because
me though.
I mean we got what 2-3 months of really cold weather, and then it was then just sit there looking at you for the rest of the year. You
That's
know?
what
But I
happened.
mean, but I mean here, I mean, if it's not summer, it's one of those where you have a lot of change in temperature from night to daytime,
Yeah,
and it creates a lot of moisture. And if you don't heat up your stuff, you don't get rid of the moisture. So it tends to be damp in your workshop if you don't heat it.
yeah.
Um,
I've got a hygrometer and it says 80. It was 83 yesterday, and that
Yeah.
shows up as wet. You know.
Yeah, anything above 60 and your tools will start to rust.
Yeah, but I do use the Japanese spray on all the tools.
Yeah,
The ones they
yeah.
use on the swords. I
Yeah.
forgot the name of it now, but marvelous stuff. I sprayed my pillar drill with it 8 years ago. To this very day, there's not a spot of rust on there. To this
No.
very day,
Nice.
so
nice.
it's good stuff. Can't think of the name of it now, but whatever, it's not important.
WD-40.
WD-40. One of the things that WD-40 is really good for is
Yep.
stuff like that. Yeah.
I'll spray my vise and outside tools and everything with WD-40.
Yeah.
Because give it a good coating from the rain and snow and all that.
Yeah, it's if I remember right, this is just a spray. I can't think of the name of it, and they just wipe it off with a cloth, and it just leaves a very thin film on there, and it
Yeah.
really
Like a
works.
silicone of some sort.
I see Brandon here from PS Small Engines. He says he likes to use fluid film.
Oh,
I mean, fluid film for me is a little too thick for that. I use fluid film for
cars and
say
trucks, suspension.
yeah.
It's really good.
yeah,
Chain-
and
chain wax.
undercoating of cutting decks and,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. It's
A good chain wax would be good too.
Mm.
yeah.
Probably use WD-40. WD-40 and duct tape. You can rule the world.
Ah,
Yeah.
They say too, like the fogging oils too. They stick pretty good.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the name of that spray now. It's I want to say calamine, but it's not calamine. It's something along those words.
chainsaw oil. Because
Chamomile maybe or something. I don't know.
you
Chamomile.
spray that and it's tacky and it's
What do you mean, like cosmoline, Phil?
So what are we lubricating? I missed this.
No, just stuff you'd spray on stuff to keep it from rusting.
Oh,
Yeah.
I use gun oil.
We used to have a stuff. It was a place in Michigan, in Houghton, Michigan. It was Houghton Chemical Company called Rust Veto, and you'd spray it, and it formed like a waxy substrate, and it kept everything from. That's what they used on production, like screw machine parts and metal parts, to keep it from rusting.
Well, when they shipped them, it always come covered with it when it was shipped out in wax
Yeah, it
paper.
has that unique smell to it too. Like when you walk in the machine
Yeah.
shop, you always have that unique smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might see if I can find the name of that spray, but
Yeah,
recommend
that
it.
sticky oil smelled with iron filings in the air. Mm.
Yeah, chainsaw oil, it's a good repellent because you could do the undercoating of your car or truck with that, and you'll find that it doesn't rust.
Tacky. Yeah.
Let me see if I can go and find the name of that oil. Just for your intro, actually. You're in charge, Henry, for 2 seconds. Hang on, I ain't gone yet.
Oh boy. Oh, Bill's in charge now. He's in the corner.
Oh dear.
Come on, let's hear a joke or two there, Bill, while you're there.
Well,
Phil,
when he was talking about the doctors earlier,
Yeah.
I do know a funny joke about doctors. Well, I always know a funny joke about something. Yeah.
Comedian.
A doctor is explaining to his patient, "You've got to eat better," and the patient says, "No," and he says, "I'm your doctor. I'm telling you, you have to eat better, or you're going to die." And the patient says, "No." He says, "The last person I told that he had to eat better, and he didn't listen to me, he died." And the patient says, "Oh, I have to think about that. What happened to him?" He says, "Well, he died in a plane crash." And the patient looks at him and he says, "That doesn't seem related." The doctor says, "Listen to me. I crashed the plane."
Oh. Yeah. Somebody said something about us. It smelled like molasses.
What's
what
that?
did-
Hank? Rust prevented?
I don't know, but I was wondering, what do molasses smell like?
It smells like
Sweet.
molasses.
Yeah.
Smells like old bran muffins.
Like gingerbread.
Yeah, yeah.
Molasses.
It has a distinct smell. It does.
You know what smells like that, Henry? The salt and sand combination they use for the streets.
Uh-huh.
That smells just like molasses.
Oh yeah.
That's the calcium chloride.
Yeah. But it's so weird, but it smells just like sweet molasses, though. You can always tell when the trucks are loading because they load about 3 blocks from here, and the whole neighborhood just smells like it.
Yeah. Hey, there he is, Mr. Briggs.
Hey, Scott.
There you are.
Yeah, guys, this is what I'm talking about.
What's that, hair tonic?
Camellia oil.
Game.
I've had that 10 years or more.
There
All
it is.
right.
Oh,
Is that a UK product, Phil?
I bought it on. I think I got it on the eBay.
Leah.
You see? Can you read what it says there?
Yeah.
It says don't spray on your private parts.
I see it says it protects samurai swords. How many of those do you have?
Only 3.
Oh,
Oh, you know who sells that, Phil? Knife suppliers, like knife sharpeners, and what's his name? Tom may know about that stuff.
Yeah.
yeah. If Tom's awake, he should be on.
Knives, not cheap though.
What? Yeah, you guys have been
That bottle is $30 here.
Yeah.
Well, that there. I've had this 10 years, and I've treated loads of tools with it.
Do you wipe it on, wipe it off, or what do you do?
It is.
Sorry?
Do you wipe on, wipe off, or just coat it?
Yeah, just basically spray it on there.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
No, but
It's harmful to drink.
good stuff. Yeah.
It does say it's harmful to drink, so I wouldn't suggest that.
Yeah, don't drink it. It's made in, it's made in Devon.
So I put gun oil on those.
Gun oil will do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have that many hatchets.
Made from the seeds of an evergreen plant in the Camellia genus.
That sounds wonderful. Like,
Yeah.
Cultivated in Asia and pressed to produce the camellia oil.
Yeah.
There we go. Well, I can recommend it. I've used that on a steel post of a drill press. That was over 10 years ago in my shop, and there's not a spot of rust on there. To this
Nice.
very day.
They said it's Japanese tool makers in the day used to use it to avoid rust on metal components.
you know, they make the best knives on earth.
Yeah, no, John, it's not wax, dude. It's not.
But
You know-
okay, I finally got
with-
figured out what you guys were going on
There
about
we
this
go.
nut
Big
wax.
John. There you go, mate.
With Scott's sandwich and Ken's Danish, this has turned into the Food Network.
Yeah.
And my piece of butter and bread.
Oh, I was at a. The reason I was late today was that I've been at a Christmas luncheon with some old friends, and there's just too much food and too much drink. It's like,
Oh,
oh,
there's a half a pound of cheese and a half a pound of P&P loaves. Care to guess how much?
nice.
That'd make a good sandwich.
$9.25 for the cheese and $11.21 for P&P loaf.
Oh.
Ooh, pickle and pimento. I love that stuff.
Hi,
Wait,
John.
you know what you can't find around here though, Scott? Real veal loaf. That's what it's made from. Veal loaf. You can't find. You have to go to like a Hungarian deli to find real veal loaf.
Don't let your meat loaf.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
once upon a time, there was something you'd find in the stores. This is 20 years ago. Spiced luncheon loaf.
Oh yeah,
Which
they
I
still
got
have
no
that.
idea. Now
They
I
still
can
have
never find that.
Yeah,
but-
it's called luncheon meat. Luncheon meat.
No, it said spiced luncheon loaf, which is
Yeah, because
it was like a mystery meat.
ham scrap.
Spam, isn't it? And that's what we call spam.
Sort of.
No,
I can go in there
sort
and
of.
get some right now.
Everything.
Yeah, I
but the
can't
oil.
find it here, and I used to love that stuff in sandwiches.
Yeah.
They always sell it to us northern hillbillies, but
Just,
because they got it in this deli.
What
There's
do is
nothing here.
Spam fritters. We do slice up a tin of spam, coat it in batter, and then fry it, and shallow fry it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
John, I'm going to apologize up front for this one, but yeah, we can't get anything that's pork based here because we have to import our pigs from Mississippi, and
Yeah. Bacon.
I already
Yeah.
apologized.
Take
Yeah.
care, Al.
Bologna, fried bologna is basically the same. You
yeah,
ever fried
no,
bologna and
there-
bacon?
Ken, yeah, it's a low rent version of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dietary.
I'm
your body,
gonna pass on
digesting it
that.
is no different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass on that.
Actually, they call it Dutch loaf. So, Klaus, have you heard of it?
No,
not
I'm not
Dutch.
Dutch, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, but they call them
He's
French
been on the
fries,
screen
too.
for 3 years, and you're still calling him
When I-
Dutch.
when I
I'm
get
st-
Dutch-
I've
when
been
I
on
get
the
Dutch
street
loaf,
No,
here.
Dutch-
I'm still not Dutch.
Now, before Al leaves, Klaus, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Last night in yours and Morton's live stream that I could not understand a word of what was being said. I heard a bunch of blah, 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 John, blah, 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 Al. So what was said? And all that laughing started.
Yeah. So how are you, Bruce? No, no, John. There was only good things said. There was no-
Okay. I was worried. I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
bunch of laughing.
And yeah, there were
Oh.
only good things. There were only good things. There were no, references were made, and it was all. It
References
was
were
not even
made.
made
That's
fun
polite.
of. It was not even. It was not even made fun of. It was just stating
Oh.
facts. There was one mention not about a cucumber, but about but about some wearing overalls and a yellow T-shirt, looking like a minion. But that was just briefly.
I knew something had to have been bad because there was like too much giggling going on.
Yeah.
And I couldn't understand a freaking word besides my name and Al's name, and that was it.
Yep. But
Guess what, John?
our brotherly relationship
You
was,
know, when
was
I watch
shortly
your-
discussed, and
Look at this. Looks like pot.
Olives.
Oh,
olives,
Black
nice.
olives.
Black olives.
John.
That's good. That's good food.
Yes.
When, when I watch your videos close, I can actually, because of my grandma, I can understand so much, but I don't know how to convert it to speak it.
When Mick,
Does that make
when
sense?
Mick sees this
Yeah.
video,
Oh yeah, it does. It's like
is
when
gonna
I hear
be
German, I understand everything in German.
Crap.
Me too.
Speaking it. it's a
I
little
remember
difficult.
that.
yeah.
I even,
No,
fake,
John,
I even fake it on my
John,
videos and I go,
John,
come and see here.
Ja, kommen Sie bitte her, sofort.
Huh?
Und dann einordnen. I love
That's
I
what
love it.
That's
I mean,
what it sounded like last night.
Yeah, but it was not the same thing. and I'm being honest, John. Yeah, I wasn't. It was good fun.
It was fun watching and listening to y'all, trying to
Somebody
figure out
on
what was
the
being said.
readout at the beginning said you had to have 4 words of Danish to join in on that, and I only know 3.
I did have someone writing me asking at what point that John Clem has started to be able to speak Danish.
Really?
And well, that's I don't know if you guys know, but in my comment stream, sometimes Al and John will converse to each other in Danish.
Danish, yeah.
Yeah. So they'll
And
translate
Google
everything
screws us
into
up a lot
Danish.
too.
Yeah, yeah, you do, but that's perfectly okay. It is fun as heck. But somebody was actually asking me, do they know how to speak Danish? And I had to tell them that Google Translate is their friend, and yeah, they do.
Well, you had a Danish person ask that.
Yeah, because
I mean,
I run the translator on this next to the speaker, and it puts the text on the screen as it goes.
Yeah, and it's funny. It's funny as heck, and I get a big kick out of when John and Al are going at it, talking to each other in my language, which has been translated from Scottish/American. It's funny as heck. It really is.
It's probably like the Chinese trying to write American instructions.
Maybe so.
You know what? It's not as bad as you would think. Honestly, it's not. Because when I read your comments that you translated, yeah, it sounds funny, but if you know a little bit about English, you know why they use that words, and if you translate it, it actually makes sense. So I just read it as it is, and I know I get the meaning. I get the intention of it, and it's fine.
Well, it's fun. I enjoy doing the translating, and I'll copy and paste it back to see if I said it right, and it'll be like,
Yeah.
oh crap, that's all screwed up. But oh well, what the hell? Send it.
Yeah. No, but I mean, it's all good. It's all good. It's really funny.
Well, I have a blast doing it. It was fun last night just listening to y'all.
Yeah,
Now,
well,
who's the guy in the hot tub?
the
sounds
guy
pretty
in the
cool.
hot tub was Swedish. Actually, he's a Dane that lives in Sweden. He has a channel of, I don't know, 20 maybe 25,000 subscribers. He does all he's a killer painter. I mean, spray painting. He's
Yeah.
really good at it. And he's done a collaboration with Anders. You guys seen Anders here?
Yeah.
On making, that mower brand Clippo that I've been showing or talking about.
Yeah, with the
They're
weird-
making the best looking Clippo in Sweden type of thing. So that it's going to be all painted up and all.
They're working on that now.
Yeah, they're working on that
Oh,
now.
cool. That's gonna be neat. Oh Lord, look what the cats drug up.
Michael, I would say about eight. I would
Speak
say
for
about
yourself, John.
Michael. I would say
Oh,
about
you bet.
70%. Michael, I would say about 70%. Hi Tim, how are you?
I'm very well, Klaus. Yourself?
Absolutely
Dave.
fantastic. Look at the company I'm in.
Good, good.
Who here speaks Canadian?
Eh?
Not
Hey,
guilty, Your Honour.
hey, about an A, yeah,
Canadian.
Canadian.
What do we say?
Hey.
Molson, eh?
Hey,
Molson.
Or no, what's that other one, Brucey? Kaneki? Is that the one?
Canuck?
No, the beer.
The beer.
Oh, Kokanee.
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 It's the blue can.
Bruce.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Great White North on SCTV?
Oh yeah, take off, hose head.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Getty Leaf Rush. God.
There's more of us out there than you think.
Hey Bruce, do you have a toque?
I got 7.
There you go.
What's the
You gotta,
two?
you gotta wear one.
Yeah.
A toque is a wool sock over your head.
Mm.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Bob and Doug McKenzie,
So it's ski
Yeah,
mask
that was
kind
it.
of.
I can't remember the name. Bob and Doug. Yeah.
Second City TV.
hmm
I have an Eliminator Performance toque.
Lucky you. I wonder if Mick has one.
Mm-mm.
Is there anybody here that could help with the mobile phones?
Stella got me going on something, so thank you, Stella. I am so bad, but my cell phone's also 10 years old, right? Drives Ken crazy.
Bruce gave Stella a shout out, and Double Wide 6 gave Bruce a shout out today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2, as a matter of fact, give you 2 shout outs.
Nice.
Could anybody help Gary?
I thanked him today, by the
What?
way.
I'm working on it.
Any
Phil.
phone text on you?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
John, I
it's-
thank Bob for that.
yeah. Gary, your phone. Most phones have multiple sound controls, and the microphone has its own control for volume. And if you turn it, some apps ignore it completely. So on messengers are probably ignoring your mic sound control, your sound level.
Yeah.
So look for that and see if you can turn it up.
Klaus.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now we're talking. Ooh.
Remember, it was dirty last weekend.
Let Mick
So
see
I
that,
made sure it
John.
was clean this weekend.
Well, it's a
Let
work
Mick
shirt,
see
so
that, Klaus.
it's bound to get dirty.
John.
I ain't sweating, Mick. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Where is he at today?
I think he had to go to work.
Where is Mick?
Whatever.
He's probably
Went to
watching
play.
somewhere.
He's on the 2-day-a-week plan.
You can be sure of one thing, it's on the side somewhere watching. You'll be
Yeah.
sure of
Oh
that.
yeah.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
definitely.
He'll be lurking.
Trying to
He'll
coax
be
him
lurking.
into coming around.
Sitting in the cab of a locomotive
Everybody say hello, Mick.
maintenance
Hello,
machine.
Mick. How are
Hi,
you?
Mick.
Hey, Mick.
Hello, Mick.
Hi,
Hi,
Mick.
Mick. Look at the wonderful T-shirts that are around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Where's that
Penny bought
speaker?
some
What
cheap
were you
stuff.
showing, Klaus? We missed it.
Sorry.
What were you showing? We missed it.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that wonderful shirt. Okay, gotcha. Does that one have OEM on the sleeve like mine does? There you go. There you go.
Absolutely.
Bruce
Oh
is
yeah.
sharp.
Oh yeah. Bruce is sharp.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice one,
Hey,
Bruce.
Bruce, do you always wear a
Those are
t-shirt
limited
over a
edition. There's only
t-shirt?
2 of them on Earth.
Yeah, because when you see how much they cost to have
Oh,
printed,
shit, I bought 2
you
and that's it.
only get 2.
I want
that's
a
good.
grass cutter Palmer T-shirt, a little chipmunk on it.
I will get one sorted. I will get some sorted.
The other day, our
That's
cat brought a damn chipmunk in the house again.
All
I
of it.
spent about 30 minutes chasing him around trying to get him out, and the whole time
Wasn't
thinking
dead.
about Tim. This could be Tim we're trying to swat.
Did you kill this one too?
Well, it was the one I may have told you about the other day. I had my grabbers. I was going to kind of whack him and knock him out, but I've knocked him dead. Poor thing.
You knocked him all the way out.
Like,
A squirrel or a chipmunk is just a rat with a pretty tail.
yeah.
Yep. It's like a squirrel.
You guys might not believe this, but I've never seen a rat.
No.
Really.
Really?
Our
Look in the
province,
bottom
Alberta,
right
right
corner of the
You've
screen.
been in this chat, haven't you?
90 years ago, 90 years ago, 90 years ago when the
Mr. Clem,
Depression to me,
Mr. Clem,
they got rid of
appreciate it.
rats in my province. They-
Good one, John.
John.
All right.
Well,
I'm just messing, Tim.
Yes,
let
I
me
know,
let's see if
John.
I
I
can
gotta
find
catch
that
up.
here.
I've seen several rats. They're called IRS agents.
Yeah.
Not going there.
Nope.
No.
Nope. Don't audit me, please.
Well, you've obviously seen that video, Tommy. I ended up wearing a steak and kidney pie. God, that
I
was
am
hot.
not. That's summer wear.
Yeah, John, you put on a yellow T-shirt. I'll definitely dress like. Yeah.
That's one of my yard work shirts. I don't wear it during the wintertime.
John, where's the assless chaps?
They're in the closet. They keep falling off the hanger. There's not enough material to keep them up on the hanger.
Oh, that just saved me money for dinner.
Well, y'all seen Nev? I haven't seen Nev around. I saw him posting, but he doesn't come around much.
Yeah, I've seen him about his posting, but I've not spoke.
I've hardly talked to him since all the trees got blown over and he lost his power.
Yeah.
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 Have a look at this one.
No, mate. There you go.
Never seen one.
Looks like a
what?
lab rat.
Now you have.
That looks like a lab rat.
Yeah,
white.
it's not as white as the picture shows.
Oh yeah.
It is grayish.
It's hard to do.
Hey,
isn't it,
hey, that's a good selfie.
How's that lawnmower coming on, Scott?
Oh.
I'm going to get to it pretty quick here. It's
that's
Christmas
what
season.
that's what you said in February. How's it
I
coming?
got the parts right. I got all the parts. I just got to put it together.
Let's see some evidence. Let's see it running. My cat just earned a month rent. He just killed that one and
Is that
left it
right?
there for me on the lawn. It's all for you. And I said thank
Does your
you.
cat display them out like a lot of cats do? They're so proud they lay them out there for you to find it.
Oh,
Yep.
mine brings them inside with them alive.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
a
geez.
Frogs, chipmunks.
I got
Hey,
a
Henry.
tomcat. He will.
Henry,
he
you got to
will
be
leave-
quiet. You got to let other people talk.
Don't forget the rabbits too, John. They bring in rabbits too.
Mine. I get half mice. They only come in half when he's been at it because he ate the other half. But rats, he will just kill and lay them there for me.
Smart cat.
Smart cat. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
smart cat.
But yeah, he did one, and it was pretty big. I mean, it was about 20 centimeters without the tail. It was a pretty big rat. And
So we had a mouse infestation here this summer, and I did everything. I was doing peanut butter on the little Victor traps. I was doing everything, and I finally culled them down. And I've still got 2 traps in the garage with the sticky pad.
we have the what do you
And
call it?
have not caught a mouse in the garage yet, so that's good.
Daisy
We have-
Oops, John.
Well, whenever we have rats, we have to report it to the county. So City Hall comes out with a guy, in a van, and he says,
Yeah.
"You got rats?"
Hazmat
I said,
suit.
"I think so." And yeah, we're going to do this and that. And then he sees the cat. Is that yours? Yeah. I'm not going to put them in traps. You're covered. Bye.
Yeah.
And then he leaves.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have a 1-800 rat line for our province, and if you
And a
see
free
a rat,
soaked bread
they
works
will
good.
send 10 people out to get it. We do not have wild rats in Alberta.
Wow,
Isn't that great? Isn't that fantastic? Like, it saves the grocery and the
We-
agriculture.
You probably
business
freeze to death
millions.
every winter.
No, they
Find little rat
Last
sickles
year we
everywhere.
were-
no, no,
the
they
room
just
with
saves the agricultural people millions of dollars.
I'm just sitting here
Hey,
trying
Ken.
not to picture John in a mankini.
Oh, you guys.
What?
What the hell happened,
Yeah,
John
no.
and Mankini?
No.
Yeah.
No.
No, it's on one of the comments. I'm just trying not to picture that.
That's Luke. That's Luke fantasizing is what that is.
Ooh.
Ah, because I was going to say, even I don't want to see John in a Mankini.
Yeah,
John
And
don't
I-
want to see John in a mankini.
No.
John, remember one.
I even
How
have
much-
Sam.
Sure.
How
John,
much
make
money
sure
you want,
put it on-
John?
Don't put it on back to front. Because you'll end up on this one separate. I'll tell you what, mate.
Hey, John, 500
Yeah.
bucks you put on a mankini.
Whoa.
I'd have
Sorry,
to turn that
I'll
down.
just be broke. Thank you.
Hey, as cheap
Remember-
as I am, 500. I'll take one off.
Remember, it's on the internet forever if it's on there once.
That is
Yeah.
correct. And Mick approve it.
Yeah.
Hey, again, I'm looking for I need a dual shaft 8 horsepower Tecumseh snowblower engine. You got one laying around up there?
You need the whole engine or just the cam and end plate?
I need the whole engine. I mean, one that hasn't had the end cut off like Bruce did that one time.
Give me
you know?
a break. That was a 5 horsepower.
I know. I'm just picking on you.
And
It's fun,
you do what you
but I
got
need
to
a
do.
Tecumseh. Hey, if you need an engine that bad, I would have sent you a brand new engine to keep that and for that one.
You know what? There's one on my 5 horsepower John Deere now. I'm just fixing that up.
Yeah, I need a dual shaft Tecumseh 8 horse.
I think there may be some on Craigslist here. I got to look. Because people don't know what to do with them with the dual shafts.
Well, just ignore the other
I
shaft.
got.
But it does get in the way.
Can look-
So you can cut them off.
Yeah. Oh man, did I cringe when you did that? I was
I know.
screaming at the phone.
But you know what? That couple used that rototiller for 7 years.
Hey, John, I was
Oh,
reading Luke's post and
That was
hearing
7
Bruce
years
say,
ago.
Cut it
right?
off.
You know that? That was
Mhm.
7 years ago. I did
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I remember.
I know you
I just
remember.
found
You
out-
never let me forget it.
Tom in Australia just got my stickers, and I sent them the same day to England, and that kid didn't get them yet.
He got him. Tommy got him.
Yeah, but the kid in Australia, the young man,
Oh,
Tractor Boy, whatever, he didn't get his yet.
He's in Australia or England?
Tom's Australia, but Garden Tractor Boy is in England.
There you go.
England, okay.
Yeah.
But I mailed them out exactly the same day and all that. And I'm surprised Tom got his first.
Postal Service over there, so
I know they're on strike. Yeah, they're all.
Well, we use the Pony Express here in Canada, and it only takes a month and a half for it to get from
Oops,
Toronto or Red Deer.
I got to show you guys something. I had this made just because I can.
You look so proud.
Have a look at this.
Oh my God! That's fantastic.
Motor oil? Motor oil?
I did
No,
see that
no.
last
Oh,
night.
wow.
That's
Yeah,
a red.
I knew what that was.
That's beer.
That's Christmas beer.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So did you
my,
relabel or
local,
make new
my
beer?
local brewery they had a
Is it
thing
OEM
that
beer?
if you would buy a case of these, you can get free printing of your logo. So
Cool.
I had my logo put on it. I
Nice.
thought that was pretty nifty.
Uh-oh.
That is.
It
You have to
is.
send one of those to Steve for his shelf.
Yeah.
Yes, I could.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could. Yeah.
$100.
You can
Couldn't
send
send
one
it
to
to
me from my
Steve,
shelf
he would
too.
drink it.
Thank you, Ken, for making it awkward. But yeah, yeah. So no, they're all spoken for. I bought 15 bottles, and they're all spoken for. Right? They're going to be given away to for
That is OEM beer, right?
Uh,
So are you giving one to Mick, or are you going to torture him?
I forgot the OEM thing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought that was pretty nice because when the brewery put out the ad, you could have this done. I said, "Hell yeah, I need that." And then after I ordered, what do you need it for, Klaus? Maybe just to piss off Mick. Oh, it's worth it then. Yeah, let's get it. Hey.
I've got some beer I made nearly 18 years ago,
Right,
still
yeah,
in the garage now. It was a barley wines I made.
You might have to
18
get
years
rid of
ago.
that.
Might try one of those one of these days.
It is a Christmas beer, but it's an English inspired ale. It's a red ale, but it's an English inspired ale, so it's all good. It looks very similar to this.
I
Cheers.
still got a can of Billy beer.
Of what?
Billy beer from Jimmy
Billy
Carter's
beer.
brother.
Yeah.
That's
Ah,
savable.
nice.
I had a
Nice.
case
I
of
bet
that
you Ken
one.
remembers that. Remember Billy
I
beer?
remember that.
Yeah, I used to collect beer
Oh, yeah.
cans in the 70s. I had a whole case of it when I went to Georgia.
In the 70s, everybody collected beer cans, I think.
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh.
I was 2 years old or a little more.
I was a member of the-
I got a
was a member of the
12-pack of Billy beer.
BCA,
On
Beer
open.
Can Collectors of America.
Yeah.
Klaus? Oh.
Yeah.
I'm born in
That's my
'68,
fourth
so
word.
I'm too young for that.
I've never seen a sense in empty beer cans. When they're empty, they're of no use to me whatsoever.
Absolutely, Phil. I'm
I got a
with you.
can that's unopened.
We get 10 cents per can back.
Yeah, we do the same thing here. They
There's
have a big.
absolutely no litter out there.
What
You pay for
percentage
it when
is
you
that
buy
beer,
it.
Klaus? You know, Klaus, what's the percentage?
Of the beer here, it's 6.6.
Oh, that's
Okay.
a little higher than us.
6.6%. That's
But it's really nice because he put on the back. I don't know if you see it, but in red down there it says "Merry Christmas" and then my name.
Yeah, Horde you, Klaus Landberg.
Well,
Yep, good you. Yep. I find that's pretty nice. So yeah,
Is that how they say it? Ol?
good
Beer?
you.
Ol.
Good.
No, but beer is OL. Ol.
Ul.
Ol.
Did you say
That's
screw
like
you?
Husqvarna. Ol.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, it sounds like screw you.
Yeah, the Danish language has like 15 letters
Yeah.
and 9 words.
Screw you.
Yeah.
No vowels.
Good you.
Yeah, screw you too.
Merry
I
Christmas.
knew a guy. His last name was.
Yeah,
Herdman.
screw you too.
I knew a guy. His last name was Herdman. There's a guy that comments on my stream, and it's HRDCKLA. One vowel.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's his actual name?
Yeah, it's his last name.
I know, William. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm slipping. You're right. I'm sorry. It happens.
Yeah.
You know, you just can't get good service these days. You order stuff
Right.
and they don't put audio on them, and you're screwed. And yeah, I'm sorry.
It's a
I need
Chinese
some.
beer.
I need a pep talk, you guys. I've got all this stuff on my list that I
Go,
want to buy,
Bruce,
and
go,
I'm having a
Bruce.
hard time hitting the buy button on Amazon. I'm struggling. I'm a chicken when it comes to ordering online.
I bought
Yes.
some headlights for my truck this morning. I was like, oh, God, do I want to do this or not?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I
They're on-
ordered
they're on the
dryer
way.
sheets online yesterday. I ordered batteries and dryer sheets.
Dang,
'cause I
Bill, you
needed
live
them
the exciting
yesterday.
life.
Yeah, well, it saved me a
Yeah.
trip to Walmart.
Yeah, William.
I will
That's
do.
because William. That's because on this stream you have to be actually be dressed. So yeah.
Yeah. You know, I think I don't even leave the house. Like, I think it's because I spent
Sorry.
28 years on the road when I was working. So I don't even like to walk over to the corner store now. I just stay at home.
Rob,
Rob, long time no see, mate.
What's going on,
Long-
Hey, buddy.
Rob.
Yeah.
Come on up.
Yeah, come on
Yes.
up, Rob. We miss you. We really do.
Yeah.
hmm Come on up, Rob.
I'll put the link out for you, Rob. Here you go, mate.
If one of us needs to drop down, Tim will.
Yeah.
No, you will.
I will.
There you go, Rob.
Yeah.
Come on up, mate. Good to see you.
Just messing, Tim.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep believing that, Tim. He keeps saying it.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep saying it, but I know.
You know what, Tim? Tim, we never talk bad about you when you're here. Never.
That's
When you're here.
Never.
No.
Absolutely.
The second you leave, forget it.
Yeah.
love
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
And you know what, Tim? We don't care what the other guy says. We like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I
sorry.
don't care what they say about
It's
you.
okay.
He's an okay chipmunk.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I hadn't
the
heard
line,
the
eh?
chipmunk thing
I
in
don't
a
care what they
while.
say,
Did you
but I
get
think
it
you're a heck
fixed?
of a nice guy.
That's good.
It's not good.
Yes, it is good. No more chipmunk.
That was some funny stuff.
And Mickey Mouse came on. That was good. Yeah, we like that.
Yeah.
It was like an early Bruce Pender video when there was a fixed.
How'd that go? How'd that go, Floss?
Fixed.
Hey, Bruce, that's one of my favorite parts.
Okay.
I laugh every time you fast forward while you're talking.
Yeah, I'm actually not
Oh.
fast forwarding.
Oh, in that case, I need to listen
I'll just
fast.
need your email to send you my address, Rich.
Yeah. Well, thanks for all your comments
Yo,
on the 10-year videos, guys. That was really fun.
That was good
Nice
stuff.
video.
It was good stuff, Bruce. It was good stuff. And you know what? Believe it or not, this is all your fault.
Yeah.
Just so that you know. Yeah, I blame you 100%.
The Brady Bunch, right?
Yeah.
Here's a story.
Yeah, there's
of a
not much
bunch of
sharing because
crazies.
if you hadn't shown that you could have fun in a workshop with a camera, I wouldn't be here.
Well, you know, I got it from Zippo. And
Well,
Zippo and
well,
Tony Boy
well
73,
then we owe Sippo thanks because I still blame you because I saw you before Sippo, so it's all
Yeah,
your
well,
fault, Bruce.
well, you know,
Yeah.
he does mostly small tractors and I do mostly lawnmowers, but we do this, right? I do some tractors and he does some lawnmowers.
I mean,
Flashlight
Sippo-
knives too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and well, when Sippo does his true lawn tractor videos, I watch them. The knife
course.
stuff and the accessory stuff that I'm not that much into that.
That's right.
But when he does like a gearbox or an engine,
Mhm.
I'm watching because he's good. He
Well,
knows.
I
to
think
be-
he worked on the Briggs assembly line doing stuff, right? So he knows every trick on earth, especially starters. He knows more about starters than anybody
Yeah.
I've ever seen.
He's really good. Really good.
Hey, Bruce, you made me go look up the Brady Bunch intro picture.
Isn't that something?
Now,
Just
now
show
all
it
of a
to
sudden
us.
I want to be in a different square.
Here's a story of a bunch of crazies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always struggle with getting close-ups using the old GoPro. I'm really even though I use full zoom, it never seems to get in close enough when I
Yeah.
want it to. It's,
Zoom it in the software.
sorry.
Zoom it in the
Come on,
software.
Bill. You're ahead of us, buddy.
Yeah, hang on. I've only just worked out how to turn the damn thing on, Bill. It's not going further than that. Even though I forgot to do it sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I mount 2 cameras and never move them, and just zoom in and out and go to different. Once you're zoomed in 2 or 3 times, if you step it back a little bit.
But the rest of us don't have an unlimited budget, Bill.
Now, this is my primary camera. Now I do have a GoPro 10, but this is my primary camera right here.
I have so many subscribers that all your others combined, I still have more. But hey, sorry, Bruce.
I'm ordering a new camera this afternoon, and I'm not telling you what it is.
Have you pressed the buy button yet?
No.
Close your eyes.
639 Canadian, which is about 450 US.
I must admit, I do find the remote useful, though. I do find that useful rather than trying to get behind the camera.
This one's supposed to have.
You're lazy buggers. The rest of us has an arm. Remember?
My new one has voice recognition.
The remotes are like $10.
Work my butt off putting videos out for y'all.
I gotta ask, does you have a gimbal thing that does the leveling?
My new camera has a built-in gimbal.
It does to a certain extent.
No, you can turn it right around 360 degrees, and it keeps the horizon steady.
Cool.
Nice.
I have shopped for this thing for 6 months. My wife is so sick of hearing about it. Buy that
just order the damn camera.
And Bruce, after all the anticipation, you're going to hate it.
I know.
Can you flip?
That's why I don't hit the buy button.
Yeah.
Right.
Bruce, can you flip the monitor and watch yourself as you're doing it?
It has 2 screens.
2 screens. Wow.
It's like the GoPro 11. It's the competition to the GoPro 11.
Yeah, I introduced the 11 by buying the 10.
They're the same camera. It's just this one's $200.
Are you going to buy it in Mexico? Is it cheaper there?
No, sir. I'm going to buy it. Okay, I could buy it right from the company. It's from DJI. They're the ones that make all of the quadcopters and drones, right? They got 60% of the world's drones. Yeah. Same company. Anyway, and I don't want the GoPros because of the heating issues so I want to carry on with the DJI, see how it goes. Bill and I can compare.
Well, the GoPro, if I run it for 25-30 minutes, you could light a cigar with it.
Right.
Oh,
yeah, they do get warm, don't they? They do get warm.
Yeah.
And so the DJI does not overheat, and there's no crash factors. So we'll see. This is the advertising, right? And then of course I've watched 2,700 YouTube videos on it. And some of them are slanted. I'm sure the guy was given a camera to say nice things about DJI. But we'll see. But my other one, okay, so you guys know I lost the flip-up lid on my little Olympus. Well, now the battery door closed now. So I'm walking around like holding this thing. Gotta get a new camera.
Duct tape fixes everything.
Since my camera lost the visor, I've actually got better videos because I'm spending more time focusing on what the camera's doing than I used to.
Yeah. Well, I've linked up with my iPad using is it Bluetooth, Bill? I think so. And I could watch what the camera's seeing. Yeah. Although there's about a half a second delay. The only problem you find out when you're recording something, you find yourself looking at that screen all the time, rather than doing the job.
Yeah, when I use the GoPro, I'm always looking up at the screen on it.
You can use them as one of these too. What is it called? A webcam?
Oh yeah.
Like my very first video. Wasn't that sad?
Yeah, you saw that point from a different angle than we did.
Yeah. Exactly.
But it's what everybody says, Bruce. You started it all off, mate.
Isn't that something?
It is
your fault.
10 years.
The only reason why you let me come onto the streams because I started.
Hi, Rusty Rooster.
Rusty.
Rusty. Bruce.
Hey, Rusty.
Yes, William, that's going to be my new camera.
Put the link out for Rusty.
Osmo Action 3. I won't say it again, William.
You want the link going out again, guys?
Yeah, get Rusty up here.
Bruce, I'm sure I'm going to be jealous if we compare cameras.
No, it's actually trying to keep up to the GoPro 11 is what it's trying to do. But it's $200.
Mine's a 10 though. The minute I buy something, the next version comes out every time.
But this one's got 10-bit color, which is okay. a month ago it didn't have 10-bit color, and now it does. So now this is when I'm buying it. Now.
Yeah, I was thinking, GoPro needs a new version, so I'm going to go ahead and buy one.
Isn't
And the
that
new
the
version came out like 2 hours
That's why
later.
I waited, right?
What
And
is
they
it up
have-
to now? 11, 12?
This
11.
Action
Come on up,
3
Rusty, come on up.
this Action 3 camera has had focus issues since they came out with it. And the 2 didn't, and the 3 has. So I've been waiting for them to solve that, and now they do. So
I'll be back in a few minutes.
they came up with a hardware and a
Yeah.
software
I
upgrade.
think that's
and,
a
no
7.
more focus issues.
I've got to
But
remember. Right? I think that's
They
a
won't-
7 black.
they won't
Bruce,
admit
is
that they
it,
have focus issues.
Is it something like this that you're
That's
getting?
the 2, and I bought the
Okay.
3.
Okay.
The 3 looks like a GoPro 11.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
That one has a
I-
gimbal on it too.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at the 11 yet. I refuse to look at it. I'm not
Yeah.
going to get a collection of dead cameras.
It looks just like the 10 if you want to. It looks just like the 10.
Oh.
But I'm out. My vein is done. I got to buy that camera. I'm
Push the
tired.
button. Push it. 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 And there you
Did
go.
John?
See, now, if you were
put
in
a-
Dallas
did-
with the Amazon
did-
warehouses everywhere, then you'd hear a knock in about 3 minutes.
Yeah, no, it'll take about 4 days to get here.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Surely, though, a camera is a camera at the end of the day, and the latest one they just add a few bits and pieces on there. I mean, that's a 7. Takes a lovely
Good, Barry,
picture.
thanks.
Works, you know.
It does.
Yeah, and
the nice
camera
thing
doesn't
about
make
this,
us pretty.
yeah, there's lots of reasons why I'm buying it anyway. It's got a nice clip. You don't have to unscrew it from your tripod, or even use the little screw dowel. It just clips. So that's nice.
Yeah.
Has it got the foot on it where you just
The
like
foot
drop it
on
in
it.
and a little lever?
No, you just that part mounts on your tripod, and then it has an actual magnetic and a physical clip that just clips into the camera, and it'll work.
Nice.
Nice.
Hi, Jordan.
Ooh, that does sound cool.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
But
tell Klaus.
There are
Forget-
there's still issues on the picture. They're still yakking about it on YouTube about the picture quality, but I don't know. It's $200 cheaper, and it's
Well,
a
you know-
camera. Like
You
Bill
know,
was saying.
picture quality is kind of a great thing on a camera.
True, but you know what? People will put up with a glitch, but they won't put up with bad audio.
They
Yeah.
won't. I bought a too cheap
Give me two.
wireless mic
2
for my
minutes.
camera, and it's just rubbish. It really
Oh, we'll
is.
find out how mine goes.
Well,
You know, I bought 3 of those little lavaliers that's wireless to the thing that plugs in.
Yeah,
And I found, and I actually, because they're all pretty much the same. They all run on the same frequency.
yeah.
And I switched off the part that plugs in the phone and the microphones. I spent hours switching them all around, and I labeled all of them until I found the combination that worked best,
Yeah.
that actually got rid of the background noise.
One that was made on a Wednesday instead of a Friday.
And
Yeah.
it wasn't the mic that came with the bass unit either.
but the problem is my camera. I mean, the built-in mic on my camera. If you're in front of the camera, it is really good sound. It's stereo and it's got depth and
Yeah.
it's clean. There's no noise. There's noise cancellation. If the compressor kicks on and I keep talking, you can't hear the compressor.
Wow.
It's really nice. But the second I get behind the camera,
Yeah.
I'm like, blah, blah, blah.
I've been really happy with the sound on my old beater camera, and
Yeah.
that's a
You
hard
got
thing
good-
to leave.
Yeah, you got good sound in
Mhm.
general, Bruce.
When the screen is up, the sound bounces into the mic. Eh?
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
Did.
It-
I got no screen now. Fell right off.
Hey, Klaus, did you see Ian's latest video where he has Yorkshire pudding beer?
Nope.
Yorkshire pudding. No.
I am.
Anyway, I'll be right back,
I have
guys.
to say, and I have to apologize for it. I'm running out of time these days. I don't get to watch too many videos. I really
Yeah, I
don't.
know. I got the same problem.
Yeah, it's. I'm so behind on a lot of things, and it's. Yeah, I
Fix it,
just.
strip it.
I just run out of time, and it's. Yeah, and Ian is one that I don't watch him on a regular basis. I watch you guys on a regular basis, but yeah, it's yeah. I simply run out of time. It's well, what was it about, Kenny?
No, just he's going through different types of beers this time of year. and he saw one that said Yorkshire pudding beer, and I was like, "Ooh, that's
Why
weird."
would you like? Why would you even want to taste it? I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
No
It's like
passion here.
it's like if they put licorice or chocolate in
I
your
don't
beer. It's
get
like
it, mate. I really
I-
don't get it.
But
Yeah,
Yorkshire pudding is like fat, flour, egg, and water, right? I mean, that's
yeah,
Mhm.
and it's good stuff. Don't get me wrong, it's
Oh, I
good stuff.
love
But
Yorkshire pudding.
why put it in a beer? I'll have it with a beer.
Oh
no
yeah,
problem.
definitely, yeah.
Yep.
No, I'm old-fashioned English ales and stuff. I don't get. I mean, I know the Americans, they love making all these different types of craft beers. I'm sorry, guys, I don't get it. If I want a beer, I want to taste beer. I don't want to taste
Yeah.
bloody raspberry jelly or whatever. You know?
Exactly. Yeah, but I mean, you got to hand it to the Americans. If you need if you like a hoppy beer, you need an American beer these days, because the Germans can't make it, the Brits can't make it. If you want hops as a strong flavor in your beer, you got to go to an American beer. They just don't make them right here anymore. If you like hops,
Sure. There's a beer ran our way in Salisbury called what's it called? Haymaker or some such thing. Even I can't drink it because it's so hoppy, and it's a
Okay.
local beer. It's that hoppy.
I've never had one of those. I mean, a beer that I can't drink because
Hey,
it's
Klaus,
too hoppy.
look what Neil just put down. He's in a pub for the broadband. You're not in the
Neil.
pub for the beer?
Neil,
That doesn't say much about the beer.
No.
Back to my tent soon. Yeah, fair enough.
Stick to Yorkies though. I just don't get it. I never have done, never will. So, no, it's if you want to, I'll let you know. I'll let you know that beer. And you might even be able to get it abroad. I don't think so, Klaus. But
No.
it's
A
really,
lot of
really
the
hoppy.
a lot of the British local beers, they don't export them. But yeah, I do like a good hoppy beer. I really do. And I spoke with one of those professional brewers about 2 weeks ago. He works for a brewery and he brews beer for a living. And he says that these days, if you need good hops, they come from America. The Germans can't do it anymore because it gets too hot here, and the British never have been able to make good hops. They always import it for their beer. So apparently the Americans are the way to go for
I don't
hops.
drink beer. What's a hops?
It's a bitter preservative. It's a plant.
It's a member of the cannabis plant actually.
Yeah, we like it.
And it has bitterness and also aroma, alpha and beta acids in it, and is what gives beer the bitter taste.
Yeah.
Taste there. Look at that. There's a link there for you, Klaus, called the Hopback Brewery.
Ken's got a picture there of hops.
Yeah, and it's only the female.
Exactly. That's hops.
It's
That's
the
hops.
female. It's
Yeah,
the female
hops.
hop that you can you use, not the male hop.
What's the scale on that? It could be the size of a coconut for all I know.
I like yay big. I like yay big. Yeah.
I was gonna say it's about the size of
Hey, Phil, they got home deliveries.
Put it this way, Bill, it's about the size on a cold day.
Hey,
Not that big.
It's bigger than that, mate.
can I show you my camera?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm glad you said camera.
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay. Let's just go here. And where am I? No, that's Danish translation. Don't want to do that.
Uh-oh.
How big is that screen?
Just a minute. Just hang on. God,
Oh,
God,
Twilight
those
Zone.
Picture in picture that goes.
where is this crazy thing? I thought I had it up.
Welcome, mixed mowers. What the hell's that?
Press
Just a
the
minute.
button.
Makes mowers. What's
That's
that?
a new channel.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
That's nice. It's always nice to see new people on YouTube.
Yeah.
Just a minute. Sorry, guys. I apologize. I thought I had it up.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Oh, John, I was trying to leave that one alone.
Sure you were.
Yeah.
First time
Okay,
for
guys,
everything,
we're going
Bill.
to do a mystery object for you now,
Good
just
boy.
for a change.
Thank you.
We're going to see if we can.
The picture of Bruce's camera.
No, this is the
Well, it's a
other
big deal,
business
John.
tool. So tell me what
I'm
you
just
think this
messing.
is. There you go. There
An
you
ear.
go.
It's a gear.
That's way
Sprocket.
back in the, I believe, in the 30s.
Oh, that's when I was.
Well, what is it, Mr. Hand?
Yeah.
Now there's only 2 people here that might have a chance at that one.
Well, it's a
Yeah,
shifting
Henry
link
can.
or something. Maybe a sewing machine.
No.
No.
Now it's possible that bar is offset to the gear.
Now, it's
Yeah.
something that you guys would know about, funnily enough.
And this is
Oh,
from
it's
the
a sewing
30s.
machine treadle.
But this is way back in the 30s.
How are we supposed to know about something from the 30s?
They say, Henry, help us out here.
Yeah. Got any hints, Mr. Henry?
Yeah, I said a sewing machine shifter.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Shifter.
Valve grinding.
Valve
too.
Yeah,
grinder.
for your 6-speed sewing machine.
What do you say, Klaus?
Going on, try to
Valve
fix it.
grinder.
A what?
Valve grinder.
You know, you're absolutely right.
Oh,
Bingo gringo.
Whoa.
Hey.
Oh, it looks almost like the one. I've
Gringo,
got.
gringo.
but it's got a cutter on the other end, not a grinder.
Yeah, it's about. Here we
Looks
go.
like a valve. It's probably a
There's
valve.
the-
It's a valve.
There
seat
is
cutter.
the patent for it. How
Yeah,
did
it's
you know that, Klaus?
He's-
Yeah,
Oh,
you've
yeah.
seen it before, haven't you? Ah,
No, I haven't. No, I
He
haven't.
probably
seen-
still
no,
uses
I haven't.
one.
Honestly, Phil, it was a wild guess, and I
I
just
could
lucked
use
out.
one actually.
it's
really
it was way back in when Henry Ford first made the T car. What was it called? The Henry Ford.
Model T.
But when Henry
Four
Morosky was
cylinder
doing what?
flathead.
That's how you got it, Klaus. That's the Ford OEM valve grinder.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
All right.
Nobody gonna get that one.
You
Okay.
got it. So
I've
what do you
spent hours-
I'm telling you, I'm in the mood for those. What it is, you know.
I've spent 2 hours this afternoon trying to find that,
I'm
and
sorry, Phil.
you've done it in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm,
You need
I'm
What did you
sorry.
win, Klaus?
You need a
Oh,
bit
so what
more
did
of a
you-
life there, Phil.
What did you win, Klaus?
Yeah, what did I win?
Hey,
The honor?
A Klaus
the
bear.
honor.
Yeah, the honor. The honor.
There'll be a certificate sent to you in the post.
Thank you. I will
It's a
post
valve
it with
grinder, not a
pride.
lapper.
I'll post it with pride.
How to completely bugger up my mystery object in 20
That's
seconds.
right, Barry.
I'm sorry. Phil. I'm sorry.
2 hours to figure out what the show, and Klaus got it in 30 seconds.
Yeah, well,
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, there we go. Oh well.
Well,
Yeah,
all
if
of
I
his
had
tools- not all of
123
Klaus's
guesses, I
tools are
still wouldn't have
brand new
gotten
yet.
that one.
no, but Barry Ewald says if it's OEM, I got it.
Yeah.
No, Barry,
Mm-mm.
I don't have everything.
No.
There's always something, and you know, Phil is basically screwing up my economy because he keeps coming up with stuff I don't have.
Yeah.
That looks like it would grind a valve.
Yeah,
seat.
the arm there is what you actually see that there's like the silver arm. That's the part that you catch out of the turn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the power side.
Mind you, what's the point of me telling that when Klaus has got it anyway?
Yeah. Klaus knew that.
I'm sorry.
I'm not going to do any more of them.
I've got a lapper that's that old.
I'm going to give up doing them. It's no good.
Yeah, you thought you were going to get 15 minutes at least out of that, huh?
That's what I was hoping for, Henry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Phil.
It's a good guess.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah, and that's what it was. It was a guess.
Oh yeah, that one was funny.
What does that say?
That's
It's
still
this cold in
changed.
Canada.
This cold in Canada.
Yeah, I saw the
Cold
little
in
tiny
Canada.
chips.
That's good. That's a good one. That's
Yeah,
a
the
good
Carhartt
one.
one that went through the WhatsApp. That was probably my favorite so far.
You guys are so
Hey, Klaus, every video that I watch in the morning, all the ads are steel, or not steel, skill saws and all that. They must have really bought out a lot of advertisement space.
They do. Skill was original back in the day when you had the old skill saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skill was a separate company. It was its own company.
SKIL.
In the 80s, it was bought by Bosch, who ran it for a few years, and then the Bosch sort of sold it off and let the brand lie for a while, and then the Chinese bought it. It's called Chevron, not Chevron, but Chevron. They bought the Skill brand, and they decided that it's time for them to come in and take a chunk out of the market, and they've been pushing real hard.
Yeah.
I mean, really, yeah. The products, they don't have a full range of tools, just like Milwaukee has at the moment, but they're getting there. There are new products coming online every 3 months. New stuff is coming on, and apparently they decided to do a good quality. So I mean, in relation to price, I thought in the beginning that their professional line was like somewhere between Ryobi and say DeWalt or Makita, but it's not. It's on par. It's similar, very. It's just cheaper.
Yeah.
Batteries seems to be good. The nice thing is that they a little bit like Makita, that it's the same battery for everything. If you need more power, you just put in more batteries.
Yeah.
It's the same battery, whether you got a 3, 4, or 5 amp battery. It's the same.
What's a battery?
Excuse me.
A battery is a source of energy stored in a plastic box or container.
DC current only.
Yes.
But they did buy out a lot of advertisement space. Wow.
They did. They want a chunk of the market, a piece of the market, and they are. That's why they do use. I mean, small timers like me. They use me. They send me tools. They ask me to do whatever I want with them. There are no strings attached. Just try them out. If you do a video, great. If not, it's yours. They're pretty large about it. They got a big budget.
I had a company
Give
send
them
me
my
a
address.
multimeter, and they said try it out and see what you think. And I was like, all of a sudden, it's my favorite toy. Wasn't planning on making a video for one, but because it's nice to have them auto range and everything. But this thing will figure out what you're trying to do with it when you use it. It'll go AC, DC, ohms without changing anything.
Back in the day, it was really something when you could get a meter that automatically saw the polarity on a battery, right?
Yeah.
Instead of the analog.
Yeah,
always
instead of
need to
you
screw
do
up
it
on an
backwards
analog
and the
with
gauge
the-
just goes ding. Yeah.
I got one of those intelligent multimeters that it doesn't matter. You just put it on and it decides if you're doing DC or AC or current or watts or hertz. And the problem is, for you to be able to understand what the meter is doing, you actually need to know what you're doing. And electricity is not my strongest suit. So when I put it on, I go like, what's happening? What's
I
happening?
want a meter that
And
shows
I go
capacitance. I do not have.
I go back to my, from the box store, $15 one that goes DC volts. I know what that is. Hey, good. The other one does its own thing, and sometimes I don't understand what it's telling
When I was
me.
doing the central air unit, I had to convert 220 to 110. And normally you'd hold your breath when you're putting
just divide by
gauge on
2.
it.
Just divide by 2.
Well, yeah, but with the wires, it's not quite that easy.
Just divide by 2. Sorry.
I know my missus asked me only today, what do you want for Christmas, Phil? And obviously it'd be a tool. I just wonder what you guys going to be looking for. Will it be tools again, or or equipment? Is there anything that
Peace
really
and,
stands out?
peace and happiness for all my friends.
Oh my god.
Yes,
Us
exactly.
too.
I got.
Yeah, right.
World peace.
I want
World
another
peace,
pair
yeah.
of blue overalls like John wears.
Yeah. So we got Minion 1 and Minion 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Trudy says, "What size are they?" I said, "Well, the leg used to be 32, and I think they're at 28 now."
I'm thinking about
Already rubble.
a water separator for the air compressor. I think I need a water separator for the air
Yeah, you were
compressor.
talking about that.
Yeah, I get a lot of water in the lines, especially if I use my grip blaster. It
We don't
tends to
have that
clog up
problem
the grip
Ten mil
blaster.
spanner.
Yeah.
John
Yeah.
T.
Phil, in my shop, from where my compressor is to where the hose comes out, I decided to do it in 1-inch pipe, which is way too big for what I need.
Yeah.
But the reason for that is that it's pretty long. My shop is
Yeah.
pretty long. It's a bit narrow, but it's
The air
long.
won't make it, or the water won't make it to the other end.
It won't, and all the pipes are they're slanted, so water can run down to a drain, and it cools off enough so that when it gets to where I need the air, there is no moisture.
Yeah, is it always
Even-
best to put the trap at the compressor end or at the tool end?
Both.
I have a water separator at the compressor, right at the belly. You know that
Yeah.
comes
Mhm.
out, and then
Yeah.
I have one at the end of the line.
Mm.
So you know, if
I
anyone,
mean, Phil, I would say if you had to make a choice, I would say at the end of the line, because
Yeah.
water condenses when the air cools,
right.
Right.
and when it first when it comes out of the
It's hot.
compressor, when it's hot,
It's really
it
hot.
hasn't condensed. It hasn't cooled yet. It hasn't condensed yet. So it sometimes it can go through the filter and then make it up the line, and then it cools, and then it condenses, and yeah,
That's why I got it on both ends.
yeah. At both ends,
Yeah.
I got the same
That's
thing.
one
I
of
got
the
my
only nice
trap.
things about.
I got my trap right out of the compressor, which takes most of the water. And then at the end of the line, I got a trap too that I open up every other.
Yeah, you can buy an inline one. Can't you literally just plug it in?
You can, yeah, but they are not. If the air that comes out is hot, that filter won't catch it.
No, but I mean at the tool end. I mean you can put one at that end.
Yeah, absolutely, that too. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't use that, because when the air gets to the other end of the shop, because my compressor said,
Yeah, me too.
and the air is cool. That there's no moisture in it, and I don't have a filter on it. I don't. Well, I do have a filter for some of it. If I'm gonna do something that I know requires no moisture,
Mhm.
but that filter doesn't pick up anything. Well, whenever I drain it, nothing comes out. It's
No.
You know, that's the one nice thing about living out here on the prairies is there's really no moisture. I can go a month and open the valve on the bottom of the big container or whatever it is, and I might get 3 tablespoons of water come out of there in a month.
What
I can
size?
never get underneath mine. Don't open the damn thing. If I get
What
down
size
over, I can't get up again.
You got to hire a 12-year-old kid.
What size compressor you got, Phil?
It's a 100 liters.
80 gallon.
No,
I don't know
That's
what
a
that
big
is.
one.
that would be a 60-gallon if it's 100 liter, about 60 gallon. No, sorry,
25
not
gallon.
60 gallon. No, sorry,
No, I think
25, 20.
Mine's a 30 gallon.
I got a 60 gallon, and you know, it blows out good clean air.
Yeah. The bigger the tank, the better off you are.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, I had a 50. Now I went up to 100. That's right.
I got a 55 gallon. Yeah.
You could run a body shop with 100.
Yeah.
They say the fittings are half inch rather than quarter inch. Is it BSP pipe fittings? And it's finding something that you can get fit into there. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
Molly, if you're gonna set up pipes from your compressor to where you need it, go big on the pipe.
Yeah.
You can always scale down when you get to where you need the air.
Yeah.
But go big.
And
Sure.
the bigger
Yeah.
you got it, the more air you have because it fills up the big space of the tube.
Yeah, the tube becomes part of your tank system.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
Volume.
I think the air tool I use the most is the cheapest one. It's a really cheap Chinese die grinder with a
Yeah.
metal brush on it.
Yeah.
It uses so much air you won't
Oh,
believe
those
it.
die grinders are just air hogs.
Yeah, they are. And if there was any moisture in it, I would see it on that thing, and I see nothing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, the Milwaukee die grinder I got is excellent.
Blah 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 blah. I've seen it, Hank.
You know what?
Hold on. Somebody said, "What do I want for Christmas?" I want one of those.
Yeah.
There we go.
Overalls.
Yeah.
And an airline ticket.
But then, what's my excuse for having this elaborate air system in my shop?
I know, huh?
Because you can, buddy.
Because yes,
That's right.
yes.
You know, my compressor is ancient, but it's got a new motor on it. So it was originally a 220 volt, 18 something or others per whatever. But now it's 110 volt because it's on the other side of the shop. And I didn't want to run 220 over there. So I'm running it on 110 and it does about 9 CFMs. And that's okay.
It sounds pretty healthy when it runs, Bruce.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, it's got no mufflers or anything. The valves are right inside. You can see them go if you didn't have the little foam covers. They're right there.
Yeah.
It is noisy, but it is. It was made in 1960. It was made in 66, and they didn't care about noise back then.
No. Hold on. Let's see. Kenny, did you empty the water out of your compressor yet?
No, we're on about 21 years.
I live at the edge of a desert. There's no water in my
I'm
compressor.
Yeah, you and I, like,
I'm going to open it up. I'm going to go in there with my camera. You know, my
Bill,
Yeah.
and
you're in a warm desert. I'm in a cold desert.
Do a Martin Butler
Yeah.
can. Open
It
up.
doesn't-
no, what I should do. No, I should go with a hammer, tap, 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 and make sure the pressure's out, right?
Yeah.
No, but I mean, even
No.
if you got dry
Get
air,
somebody
I
else
mean,
to do it.
Yeah.
compressing
Take care,
air
Dale.
and releasing
Actually,
pressure.
I have a friend of mine who does UT thickness on like roll cages. I should borrow his UT device.
Yeah.
I can measure the wall thickness all along
You
the bottom.
bet.
Wow.
Well, I've seen some of those videos where, because Wayne Stephenson's been bugging me about my old
Oh yeah, it's a
compressor, right?
bomb. It's a
Yeah,
bomb.
and I've seen them go, and it makes me think back. A friend of mine brought in a little tiny one that had a rust hole, a pit hole in the tank, and I did fix the pit hole, and then I found out how dangerous that is, and I keep sending him an email. Don't use that compressor anymore. It's dangerous, and he keeps using it
Yeah.
because it had
Well, it'll
rust.
only
It
kill
had
him
rust
once.
pits on the tank, right?
I just want one that's not oilless. I'm tired of the noise waking me up at 2 in the morning.
Well, I don't. I turn. Oh, I got a sign right on my door. Turn off the air compressor because I don't want that thing
I had-
running. when
I
I'm
had-
not-
I'm shut mine off for
Mine
2 years.
mine is a 3-phase, which here is 400 volts.
Wow.
And
Hmm.
I mean, the
How many
system-
CFMs is that? It's got to be like 60.
No, about 100.
It can run the air hog die grinder
Yeah,
and then some.
yeah. Mine won't quite do the air hog.
Yeah.
I have to wait.
Mine is 90 CFM.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine will let the air hog run continuously and then some.
Mhm.
So it's bought specifically for that die grinder.
So you bought a $64 die grinder.
Yep.
And then you got a $975 compressor to keep up with it.
Yeah.
No, it's more like
$2,000.
a little more expensive than that, but that doesn't matter. And don't tell anyone, specifically not Anita. But
No one knows.
No
now.
one will know.
No one knows.
I bought it because I was sick of the compressor lagging, and all of a sudden the die grinder ran out of power. So I specifically bought the compressor to be able to keep up with my
My neighbor's got
$30
one
die
of those little
grinder.
Sears, the old Sears 2-tank Hummer, you know, the one you can carry around with a handle. Oh. I can hear it from his garage through the floor into my garage. Like,
You can get the small die grinders anyway, can't you? Battery operated or even electric, I guess, rather than the air powered ones.
Yeah, I mean, Hank, who apparently promotes Milwaukee tools left and right,
I'm with you, Hank.
he's got them, and you know what? That's extremely nice tool. That's an
Mhm.
extremely nice tool.
What's
Um,
the size of the pad on those, Henry?
you decide
Art?
whatever you stick into it. It's a
Okay.
6 millimeter. It's a
Okay.
6 millimeter shank.
Yeah.
And yeah, so yeah, you can have a 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch
Yeah.
pad depending
Oh,
on
look,
that-
Morton's back.
roll-off.
Because I use them when I'm if you're doing decks and stuff, you're trying to fill them in or grind them down, whatever. The little tiny ones are sort of 2 inch disc is just
Yeah.
about perfect to get in there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I use it. I have the 3M, the bristle brush for surfaces that needs to be clean
Clean.
for RTV to take off old RTV. It just goes,
Oh,
and
it
it
takes
doesn't
it right
ruin.
off.
Yeah, they are really nice.
Yeah.
They're a little expensive, but maybe they would last longer if I had the Milwaukee tool, but you can reduce the speed.
Yeah, you can reduce it. There's 2 speeds.
No
On
way. Hey, thank you, Hank.
I know a lot of tools are going battery and stuff, but boy, when you're using air,
Yeah.
it's just if you don't run out, it is just a pleasure, isn't it?
I have I call mine my little friend from the movie.
Your little friend.
It's not my friend.
So how was your truck?
What about your
running
tool?
there?
632 Newton meters. It does, which
What
means
the hell does
that
that mean? Is that like a
12
gigajoule?
millimeter 12 millimeter bolt. It will take the head off of it if you don't stop in time. I'm scared of that thing. I only take things apart with it. Yeah. And the funny thing is, Bruce, I had one similar to yours in terms of size. This one is half the size and 3 times the power.
James. Sorry, John.
Hi, James.
Someone mentioned battery tools.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm going to call it. It'll be 2 hours. I
Oh,
know.
sure. Wreck it now.
Oh,
We're here all night now with everybody.
Well, now
Hey,
we can
guys.
talk about you, Phil.
What a great evening. Thank you. But a horrible night out there, but nice and warm and comfortable in here with you guys. Thank
You're
you.
welcome to come over to Alberta anytime in February if you want to find out what horrible is.
I'll give it some thought. Thanks everybody, and everybody on the comments as well. And there'll be a certificate going to Klaus to completely cocking up my mystery object. Have a great evening, guys. All the very best to you all.
everybody
Thanks,
take
Phil.
care.
Thanks
See
for
y'all next
having
time.
us.
Thank you, Phil.
Bye bye.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Phil.
Have a good cruise. We'll see you next week, though.
Yeah.
Will do.
Yeah.